Right, there we go. 12 hours early.
Like my new avatar?
Yes. Was it Claudia Christensen and
Whoever played Talia Winters? Yeah, Ivanova and Talia Winters. I can't remember the actress name.
yeah.
But Claudia Christine posted that on her like Twitter.
Mm.
Oh, I'm echoing back now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw the.
Oh, because YouTube started, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there you go. So what have you been up to? Anything good?
Yeah, I went. Well, I wasn't planning to do anything this weekend apart from muck around on YouTube. But last night I saw like a Swiss singer posted she was doing like an acoustic gig in a pub like 5 minutes walk away.
Okay.
So I thought, all right, I'll walk down there. And yeah, she was. The main act was like a Swiss Irish band. They were playing like Dubliners and Post covers and things, and also a few sea shanties.
Yeah.
So they were pretty good. But yeah, she's an incredible. I'd say she's probably the one of like the top 5 female singers in the world. To be honest, she's really incredible. So
Cool.
So yeah, it was a nice surprise really. And then after she played, because she recognised me because I've seen her at a few previous concerts, we like hung out and had a few drinks and stuff. So
Okay, sounds cool.
she's a bit like Doro Pesch.
No, I don't know.
She's like a German heavy metal singer who started in the 80s, but this singer is better than she is. So
Okay.
she seems to be able to do anything. She can like sing low, sing high. She did a whistle tone at some point, which was like in the 6th octave. Just like, how the hell do you do that?
Wow. Bloody hell. That takes some doing.
Yeah, it's like part of the sing along thing. It's like, yes, just copy what I do, no problem. And then suddenly, this like ridiculous high pitched note comes out. So it's like, yeah, no chance.
Oh dear, I think it's sucked down some ash. Can you hear a squeaking noise?
No.
I thought I heard a squeaking noise behind me. There. Is that a dog squeaking at the door? Hang on a sec. Baby dog going back downstairs now. Yeah, it looks like we had some squeakies.
There they are.
Right, girl.
You didn't say sausage, did you?
No. No. Yes, the squeak continues, and they're in here now. I don't know what that is. I'm sure we'll find out at some point when something breaks or falls down.
I have like a rotating fan which points at my rack, and that like squeaks sometimes.
Oh, it might be that. Because it sounds like it's behind me. It's weird. Oh dear. Oh, what a day. I'm knackered.
So did you triumph against the 2 memory boogs?
Oh, I gave up. Just gave up. I'll look at them again Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked like it was on the sort of like the final stretch with the bad one, and it all went Pete Tong very quickly. It went horribly wrong. So I just can't. I've been on it all week. It's driving me insane. So there was other things I had to get on with today, so I got on with them instead.
Yeah.
I don't know where the usual suspects are tonight.
Yeah, has Robbie been around at all?
No. Don't even know if Andrew's about. Hang on. Let's see.
Start dissing FM. I'll soon wake him up.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
I've had a lot of fun this week watching Gino's 2 videos. Because every style they showcase is just like a real. It's like when you go to sing a song at karaoke or something, there's a really bad cheesy backing track, and it's just like that thing pumps it out effortlessly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I heard a lot of the styles, and a lot of them just sound like old styles, but just put slightly different sounds on them.
Well, a lot of comments say it's exactly the same as like the styles in the PSR SX900 or something from like 10 plus years ago. So they've not really evolved things much. I think they also have a way you can send it general MIDI, and that changes it into a style, which is bizarre. Which made me think, I wonder if you can plug it into like Monkey Island.
Oh God, yeah, Monkey Island. That's going back. See, it's probably about something. So I ordered some more expression pedals to go around.
I thought you could say patch cables for a minute.
Oh God, no! No more patch cables! Ah!
So what's the best expression pedal to go for then?
The Audio one. It's lovely and cheap. Does the job beautifully. How are you?
Snotty and grotty.
Ah, mate.
It looks like it's daytime in Sheffield. What's going on?
Yeah, I know. I've got all that. Yeah, I'm doing my best to melt the polar ice caps. Right, 1 second.
It looks like it's on the other side of the planet.
And I'll tell you what. I'll switch that one off as well. That also tells me that the bathroom light is on too, but bollocks to it, it can stay on for a bit.
I see.
I just stayed up for Paul Artola's stream. He does one of those a month, and thought I'd jump over. It always amazes me. He does such beautiful music using VCV Rack and other associated plugins. It's really great stuff. Really good.
Yeah, it's obviously interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's yeah. Hiya Wags, by the way.
Hey.
All right. And yeah, and oh, look who it is! Look what the drag catted in.
Cheers. That's the way to be greeted, isn't it? Yeah.
Hiya, Matt. Yeah, love you
Hey,
too,
mate.
babes.
There are worse ways.
Oh, fucking hell, look who's here. Oh, my God.
Yeah. That's what my missus says every time she says that.
I've still got a bit of beer left, so I'll drink this before I go to bed.
I'm on my 6th sheet, so...
Sheet?
Sheet to the wind.
Shti.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shti.
Well, it was Irish beer down the pub, so I had 5 of those.
Okay. Oh, mate, you're a monster. Wags, you're a monster.
We had an interesting afternoon. Because the Chrysler's got to go for its MOT. It needs 4 new tyres. And She goes, oh, I'll take it down to KP and get 4 tyres done on it. I said, yeah, cool. So off she trotted.
450 quid each.
No, the whole shebang came to like 285. They're not big wheels or anything like that.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So she comes back. I said, oh, thank God, at last. You know, Chrysler's now got no issues, right? Because it used to, the front used to keep going flat, and you'd have to go out there every 2 or 3 days and pump it out. I said, God, that's over and done with. And she went, yeah. She goes, but I went, what? She goes,
the suspension.
Well, when I was backing out, I think the wheel arch caught a post.
Oh.
I think I scratched the paintwork. Oh, okay. All right, don't worry about it. You know, it is the luxury skip at the end of the day. it's what we use to take all the rubbish down to the tip. You know. And she goes, oh, you better go and have a look. I said, well, if it's a scratch, it's got a couple of scratches on it already.
It wasn't a scratch, was it?
I went out there. She stoved the fucking door in.
Oh no.
I went, darling. She went, yeah. I said, the door is like banana shaped. She goes, yeah. I mean, you said it was a scratch. She goes, well, there is a scratch on it. I said, yeah. But it's almost on the inside of the car now. It's like, fucking hell. I said, you can't even mind. You can't. The window goes zzz, and it stops because she stoved the whole door right in, right? And I go, well, didn't you hear a noise when you were reversing? Sort of like, that doesn't sound right. She
Shut
goes,
the radio on.
no. She goes, I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy. I said, you were watching a DVD when you done it. She went, yeah, sorry. I said, well, I wouldn't mind, but it's the new door I put on it. You know that truck that went down to the side? It's that side. So that's a new door. And there wasn't any scratches or anything on it. It was a really nice door. Well, it was.
As doors go.
Now it's sort of like a banana-shaped cover for where you get in the back seat. So, fuck.
Just try and avoid something of the Harry Enfield "Women Know Your Limits" driving.
Yeah.
Let's not go down that path, Wags.
I was like,
Yeah. That's why I said avoid doing it.
Avoid, yes, indeed. Quite right.
so she comes back a little bit later and she goes, oh, I bought you a I'm sorry present. I went, oh, you didn't have to do that, for God's sake. You know, accidents happen. And what she got me was let me see that. A Mustang.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
But it's electric. I didn't know they did electrics. So, oh, okay, lovely, thank you, darling.
You're still going to have to get down
But
on your
you're
hands and knees and
still a
beat that
shit
out.
driver.
Bless.
No, because she said, oh no, it was that really good bit in the film where Rocket the Raccoon gets out of the prison, where they break out. I went, oh,
You should get a less interesting film to put in the DVD player.
Yeah, that's what she should have done.
Do you know what? You two would make a great sitcom. BBC should commission you two. Just
Terry and June for 2023.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly, Matt. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. Ken
Yeah,
Fiona.
she comes back with a present. Yeah, I bought
Every
you a little
Thursday
I'm
from
sorry
9:30.
present. It's a fucking door.
Yeah. I just push the button, it goes, the glass goes down. I think I've ruined the carbon. Glass back up again.
Oh, not another fucking CS80. Tell him to take it back.
Yeah, mate. It's quite funny because she takes all the calls and does all the emailing. The phone goes, and this was a few months ago now, and the phone goes, I'm working away and she's not too far away from me, and she goes, hello Keta, like that. Goes, yeah. Oh, he's a bit busy, because I always say, oh, is Kent there? Or is there a man I could speak to, please? Kind of,
Oh, well,
you know what I
yes.
mean? Almost sort of thing. So he goes, oh, it's his wife, she's not going to know anything. And she goes, what synth is it? Uh-huh. And what's wrong with it? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm listening. She goes, what model? Yeah, what version? Well, what rev? Oh, I don't think so. I think
Profit
not Profit
5.
5 Rev 2. Like, she comes in, she goes, it's a fucking Rev 2. Hello? Yes, I'm still here. Yeah. Brilliant. But the best one I heard was somebody phoned up and they wanted me to repair their Behringer Model D. And she was on the phone, she went, oh no, that's surface mount. No, it means that the components are very, very small. And she's explaining it to them. So it's very, very... No, that's really different. No, that sounds quite bad. You may need to take that to someone more specialist.
How much do you want to take a Behringer Model D and replace all the SMT stuff with
seriously,
through-hole?
just buy another one.
It's called a mini Moog.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be an interesting mod, though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we have those things. They're cheap as chips. If they go wrong, is it worth paying to have it repaired? Probably not. You're probably going to end up with a repair bill bigger than the cost.
I mean, this is
of actually going out and buying another one.
Yeah, if you're selling things this cheaply, their longevity is governed by how long it continues to work.
Yeah,
you know, unless it's a small thing like the power socket's dry jointed or something like that, it's come loose, or the power supply itself has dropped off. You know, if it's a wall wart and that thing's died. You know, like you got even a broken pot. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be encoders, and you go, what type of encoder is it? You know, what height is the shaft on it? Is it a D shaft? Is it a star shaft? Oh my God! You know, try and find the right part for it. So, yeah, it's all a bit iffy. But you know, it's got to the point now. I needed to get some new trimmers for the memory Moog I'm working on. So I only needed, oh God, I'm trying to remember now, 36 little trimmers, yeah? That you just put the little trimmer tool in and adjust the voltage slightly. Right, and these things used to be, I don't know, about 50p each or something like that. And 100 resistors to replace the resistor packs on each voice card. Because the more accurate it is, the better the computer can read the VCOs and get it into tune better. And these things go out of tolerance after a while, so you just rip them out and just put new resistors in. So, 28 quid, you know, that kind of thing. Not anymore. With the VAT and everything, it came to 107.
Ouch.
That's how much components have gone up. You know,
there must be a point where somebody thinks components are ridiculously priced. Why don't we set up a factory to make them?
Yeah, what a
cheaper?
good idea.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm in with you, Wagyu, on that one. I don't know anything about components, but I'll fund it. I've got about 50 quid going spare. Will that do?
I mean, you know, if you wanted to set up a factory here doing it, the cost is all in the the land.
Yeah.
Or the the land and the building, the rent and the infrastructure VAT. That the government sets up that you have to, all the hoops you have to jump through to be able to do it. It'll be, twice as expensive what it is coming in from Shenzhen as it is now. It's not viable anymore.
Yeah. And surely the factories have been shut down. They just sat there idle. They've not been ripped out. A lot of them are just going to be there, abandoned.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is the thing. But if companies like Behringer and they're making stuff so cheap, there's people going on about, oh no, the right to repair. In some cases, it's going to be, well, you can have the right to repair it, but it won't do you any bleeding good. You might as well just go out and buy another one. If it's going to cost nearly twice as much as the unit, I mean...
Well, that's why my company is shutting down and moving overseas to Asia. Because they can't afford to do repairs for lasers here anymore.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, with the PlayStations at the moment, with the PlayStation 5, with Robbie's Blu-ray going up going tits up. You know, if you go to the official shop, it's going to cost you like nearly as much as another PlayStation 5. Or you go to the little guy who's, you know, repairing them on the kitchen table. But all the time, but that's, you know, it's early on in the day. When the prices of these components start hitting that end of the market as well, he won't be able to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Or he'll be charging as much as the shops are. You know, just to break even. Never mind, you know, make a massive profit and go out and buy a Land Rover Discovery or something.
Hey, Wagyu, love your avatar of Ivanova and Lita. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, Claudia Christine posted that I think on her Twitter a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good friends. They do programs together on Facebook and stuff.
yeah.
They're doing a cooking show for a while, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, Claudia's a cook.
Mm. So yeah, it's I don't know what the future holds, but it's not looking rosy, I must admit.
There's a place down the road in Attercliffe. It's a pro audio repair place.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was accredited by Behringer to do repairs, but I
Yeah.
was wondering about taking my 1604, my original Mackie 1604 down to see if they could sort that out.
Mm.
But I was thinking of, is it just going to be, you know, we can sort it, but it's going to cost you £1,000, you know? In which case, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
If it's going to cost £1,000, I might as well go out and buy a new Mackie 1604.
Well, yeah.
Who's sitting in there in the rain, by the way?
That sounds like
It's
server
Wagyu's fans for his servers.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? All right, okay. Sounds
And
like
If
one
I
of
check
them-
on audio here, it says there's a checkbox for reduced mic background noise, but it says browser not supported for Firefox.
Are
So
you
maybe
sitting
I
in
need
a
to
server
reconnect.
room right now, then, Wagyu?
Pretty much. I mean, I have my,
Use Chrome. He'll let you do that.
You've
yeah, I
closed
have
He's
my
it.
running
server
the
rack.
internet.
My
he's
server
running the
rack is
internet
behind
for us.
my screens, so yeah, I might have to reconnect with Chrome.
You can't be Google if you're not surrounded by servers. So
Sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
dumbass question. I apologise.
There's only 5 or 6 of them back there. So
So Matt, have you tried out your
I
Your
have,
little-
and that is going to be a fucking learning curve like that.
Oh, it's no, it's not that bad. It's
It
not
is
that
for
bad.
me. It is for me. But yeah, I'm getting on with it. I'm sort of having to do hour and a half, 2 hours, and then walk away from it because my brain is just like fucked.
what did
we
you get?
talking about, Matt?
Spitfire's Albion.
Oh.
Yes,
Can you hear the difference though?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. Yeah, there's a clarity to it.
Yeah.
That's not there with the BBC one. So
Yeah.
yes.
Did you get a
But
deal
like-
on it, Matt?
Say again.
Did you get a deal on it?
Sort of.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
very good deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's up there, right? Isn't it like $600-700 or something like that?
No.
40 quid, I think, wasn't it?
Wax has got
It's
fireworks.
$399.
Oh, okay.
$399.
Something I said.
Yeah.
So,
But-
Jim.
No.
I've got
It
my
was
fucking-
his- it was
I've got
his
my
server
Juno
fans
coming this
who were
week as
gonna
well,
eat
haven't
him.
Wee.
Sorry, what you've got what this week as well?
I've got an Alpha Juno coming this week.
You
One
be
or
Mr.
two.
Hoover.
No,
Mr. Dog Bark.
yeah,
Mr. Joey Beltram. I hope to hear lots of like energy flash and stuff.
no. I was just I'm looking
Was
forward
Energy
to it.
Flash and Alpha Juno.
No, I'm thinking Mentasm. You know Mentasm.
Mentasm, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the Hoover.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, no,
It's
not
not as
my.
difficult to program as people say.
But
really
you see, it's
isn't.
even easier to program if you use an iPad
If
because you can get the iPad's PG300,
Is it a 1 or a 2?
Yeah,
the one.
A 1.
It's a one. So
there's a 2 coming up on Soundcast, isn't there?
is there? Oh, bollocks.
Oh,
Yeah, when
well,
I got my
on
one, the
sound
twos
gas,
are pretty
it'll cost
rare. So
Stupid money, so don't bother with sound
yeah,
gas.
but it's sound gas, mate.
Yeah. So it'll be
11,
whatever
90%
fees
markup and
plus
still
VAT.
won't work.
It's about 40% on top of the sale price. So.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they are just down the road in Matlock, but I look at it, I just go, nah, I don't think so. They're taking the piss.
And nice gone.
Oh yes,
Yep.
it has Wags. Yeah, hello Wags, welcome back.
Hey.
That's Chrome.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Wow, that makes a huge difference. That's amazing.
Yeah. Mind you, the differences between the Juno 1 and 2 is not anything to do with the sounds, is it?
one octave and
No,
aftertouch.
it's
That's
just-
about it.
it's
So
And the
keyboard
cartridge.
length and
That was
aftertouch.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is it
it's only the cartridge, the aftertouch, and the octave that it hasn't got.
But the is it velocity sensitive?
No.
The one, I don't think it is it?
No, the 2 is, but the 1 isn't.
The two is, but yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, saying that, I think the aftertouch very rarely works on the 2 anyway, doesn't it?
Oh, I've done all right.
don't seem to remember.
Yeah. Most of the ones I've seen advertised that say, "Oh,
doesn't work
it's
great on
got
the D50 either,
aftertouch
so.
doesn't work." Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the Alpha Juno 1, it's not very big. It's only 4 octave, isn't it? So it's
It's dinky.
a nice
Sorry,
little
little
sound
thing.
module.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Sounds great. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Just something different.
At least you won't be able to wash the buttons on it.
Fuck off.
Sorry.
Although, that said, you might have the odd troublesome micro switch.
Well, tack switches.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've just bought a fucking great pack of them for the DX11.
Mm.
I don't know if they're the same for the Juno, but I've got a shitload of them next door.
Oh,
So,
God, there's
They're
so many
membrane
different bloody
switches on the
types.
Juno, aren't
yeah,
they?
Yeah, membrane.
yeah, I've got to do a few on the DX11 because there's a couple of iffy switches on there.
The DX11 is actually switches, isn't it? It's actually actual buttons.
Yeah, it's actually little tack switches. But what you got to be careful with is that there's 2 different heights that they do.
Yeah,
And the difference is like, it's an ant's Jap's eye difference between the heights of them. But if you put these slightly lower profile ones on, say, a Juno 106, you push the button, nothing happens. Because the arms of the switch then hit the board, and you're still a tiny, like a dog hair gap between that switch and going, why wouldn't it work? Got to take them all out again.
oh bollocks! All right.
Had to take them all out again.
Ken
Well,
can
lucky-
do it for you, Matt.
It's only a couple of switches that need doing, so it's
Good.
not massive problem. So
Yeah, because
And
it's
then
loads
it
of
will-
different shaft heights, or some are 2 pin, some are 4 pin, and it's like, oh fucking hell.
yeah, these are full pin with like they've got curved legs on them or something.
Yeah,
Fucking-
so they clip in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So and then it will be finished. The 11 will be done
Me.
finally. So yeah.
And you can play lately bass to your heart's content and never want another sound in your life.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, so our friend here, Andy, has managed to get himself a touch digital controller.
Last
Yeah.
new one on the planet.
Packed by me 11 years ago.
If
right.
anyone was going to do it, it was Andy, wasn't it?
I still got some of that plastic because it's a plastic roll, but it's a tube of plastic. And what you do, you cut it to length, and then you used to have to put the controller in, then fold it all over and tape it, and then get the special polystyrene in bits and everything, and then sit it into the box and tape it all up. Oh, we had to do 50 of the fuckers.
And have you bought one, Andy?
Yeah, found one.
Have you found one?
Kent
Wow.
dropped a hint about a year ago on the stream about them being in Australia at this place, and on a total whim, I just went, "You guys wouldn't happen to have any more of these things left, would you?" "Oh yeah, we got a couple of them." I said, "A couple of them," and then I waited. I bought other stuff and forgot about it, And then finally got back to, hey, I totally forgot. Do you still have that? We're down to one left. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it. This guy, Louis Kyoto, is kind of a famous guy in the synth world. and oh, man, I really wanted to get one. Can you just sell me your last one? Yeah, okay. So it's new in box, new old stock. And it's got a real good price on it. It's just, shipping from Australia is a ripoff.
Go on, how much?
I'll
be indelicate.
Total with shipping was, I think, about $1,050, $1,100, something like that.
Well, what, 750 odd brand new, weren't they?
I think it was 725.
And that's basically what he charged me, just the normal price. And then the shipping was like, a couple $100 or something like that. So
these Aussie dollars.
No, this is US. I translated to US.
Okay.
So it's at first I went, ooh, that much? Oh, wait a minute, it's Australian dollars. Hold on. I did the calculation. Oh yeah, no problem.
And are you going to have to produce a serial number badge for this fucking controller, AJ001?
Well, the thing is, it'll have one on the back already.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not that picky. I don't need a fancy thing. So. I'm just happy to have one because it's a beautiful thing. I saw it in Rich's background for so long ago. I'd love to have one of those because I actually like the program. I like Imposter 2 a lot. So
yeah.
Do you know what? There's a magazine in this country called Computer Music. They've just been giving that away.
Yeah.
Fucking Imposter 2 is like £100 now, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to get those here, the CDs that had all the goodies on it, sample libraries, and in fact, they had really good. They had Computer Arts was another one from the UK. It's a really cool graphics magazine that gave you like free 3D models, free graphics, free seamless textures. Remember those, Kent? Did you ever buy those?
I can't seem to remember.
I think it was called Computer Arts or something like that. It was 3D artists, Computer Arts, a bunch of different ones, and they always have a CD stuck to it and a bunch of goodies.
Yeah, I don't think we got that here.
We got them in the stores here. They're from the UK, but they're pretty expensive. It was like because it was I think they're quarterly, so it was like $15 for a magazine or whatever. So
it might have been in the bigger shops.
Yeah.
Yeah, only distributed in the bigger stores.
Really well produced, nice layouts, good graphics, good articles, tutorials. They do one for music, one for graphics, one for photography. I think there are a few different ones. All the same publisher. But I used to collect those all the time. They're great. But
the photography ones, I remember, always had nude ladies inside.
Well, hey,
amateur photographer in those kind of magazines.
It's like the Monty Python sketch: 40 quid and a nude lady.
Hey, it's art.
There's no downside.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So get some Kent's handiwork.
I vaguely remember a computer graphics magazine.
There's Computer Arts.
Probably was Future Publishing.
Yeah, Future. Yeah, same as Future. Is it Future Music? Is that what it's called?
Future Music. Yeah, that's by Future Publishing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good stuff.
I'm going to go to bed, guys. I'm going to say tra, and I'll see you all at some point fairly soon.
Tra.
Yeah, take
Keep
care.
well.
Andy.
Feel better, babe.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, okay, everyone.
Since you turned the sun off, you've got tired.
Sorry, Wag, say that again.
Since you turned the sun off, you've got tired since then.
That's it. Yeah, you're dead right. Yeah, I've turned the lights off and now I'm ready for bed. I was ready for bed already, but
the day's caught up with you.
Yeah, I've had such a lazy day. I really have had a proper lazy day, and it's been.
You slept halfway through Ramsey's show.
Yeah, well, I did. I did.
We obviously needed it.
Yeah.
I woke up 5 minutes beforehand.
Well, look at you. You managed to catch the whole lot. So I will at some point go back and watch to find out what they were gossiping about, but I don't know what it was. Anyway, my little darling.
There was no Genos 2 chat in Ramsey's show, so you're safe.
Oh, fair enough. Right, I'll see you all soon, my lovelies.
No,
Take
mate.
care. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye, chatties.
See you later, babe.
See you all.
Yeah, so life.
Forgot to tell him champagne wishes and dire straits dreams.
Mm.
He's going to come back on and just go.
You motherfucker.
So, did you catch the little wanker that slashed your tyre on film?
Oh yeah, but you can't see anything.
Oh shit! You got slashed, huh?
Yeah.
Is this someone got mad because he was posing for a picture of the car and he yelled at him?
Oh no! Just the guy apparently was just testing all the motors down the road.
What a fucking prick, isn't it, eh?
Yikes!
Yeah.
I can see opening the Chrysler door if it's unlocked and nicking a few pence. I can understand, but needlessly slashing a car tire, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's got to be a kid. It's usually a kid thing, right?
Mind you, if he tried tonight, he'd have trouble opening the Chrysler door now, wouldn't he?
Well, I heard someone before I joined. Someone got in an accident, right?
Yeah, Fiona took it down to the tyre place to get the 4 tyres on it so it can have its MOT, and drove into a post.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Like scrape. Shh.
No, she bananaed the door
Wow.
because she was watching Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Wow.
There's a DVD player in the dashboard.
Oh.
Fuck.
And she said it was a really good bit where Rocket Raccoon's escaping from the prison.
Perhaps you should delete this.
Do you think?
So what film should it be replaced with then? That's boring. So
For Fiona, a boring film for Fiona would probably be Pride and Prejudice.
okay.
There you go. Get it ordered, mate.
I remember watching Dead Poet Society in the cinema for my birthday,
Yeah.
and I just got really bored and ran outside and played on the Simpsons arcade machine. But that's probably because I was a kid at the time.
But like I said before, and I think it's hilarious that if you put the Chrysler into reverse, even if you're listening to the radio, it says, disconnected for your safety. Comes up.
But now when you're going forward.
But when you're going forward, you can watch a movie.
Yeah,
Up the fucking
that's
motor,
not a problem apparently.
movie,
last time I was in Japan, I could see from the train we were going through there were a bunch of cars in traffic watching TV on their cars. So there weren't any accidents. People over there seem to be able to drive and watch stuff, but maybe they're not that excited about what they're watching.
It's normal to have a TV in your dash.
Yeah.
And
this is like 2000. This was a long time ago.
Yeah. Like analog reception, because people drive along and watch baseball. But if you go in reverse, then it switches to like a rear view camera.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like guidelines for where you're reversing to.
Well, admittedly, she described the post to me, and I went, "Yeah, you wouldn't have seen it. Just wouldn't have seen this post because it's not very tall at all, and it's just innocuously just sitting out slightly, where it's like, why have you put a post there?
So is it gouged or pushed in, or what is it?
Yeah, it's stoved in.
Wow.
You can't wind the glass down.
Solve all your problems. Sell all the cars. Buy a fucking Chieftain tank. She can run over anything she likes, and nobody can slash the tires.
Hey, they just started shipping the Tesla, the tank car, whatever that thing's called now. So you can get one of those.
Cybervan or something?
Oh, the Cybertruck. That's so stupid. Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw one a couple days ago. I was laughing at it.
Have you seen the e-car calendar?
No.
Mate, I think I might get one for Ty because he's got that electric Porsche, doesn't he? But basically, each month, and at the top you got the photo of different kinds of beautiful electric cars on fire. So photographs of one on fire on the side of the road, one on fire being charged in a car park, and stuff like that. Yeah, because I was thinking might get it in for the kitchen. Then I remembered I got the dogs shitting in beautiful places calendar for next year. Beautiful scenes with the dog having a crap.
So something though, when an electric car goes up, my God, they really go.
Yeah, especially when the
burn
battery
for ages.
eventually pops and
Yeah.
it's just you can get like a 12-foot flame coming out, and they can't put it out.
Even worse than Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
On Reddit, there's a subreddit called "What Is This Car?" And the vast majority of the time, it's a Getamasso Pantera.
Yeah.
To the point where some guy's registered it's a Pantera account, and he just replies with pointing at his username on every post. That's Pantera. But there's quite a few posts of electric cars that are just like a few wheels and like a scorched square on
Yeah.
the ground. Like, what was this?
Because apparently they can reignite up to 3 months after the fire,
Oh, God.
which is sort of like, wow.
Well, the funny thing about these Cybertrucks is someone did a stream on this and comparing like the joins. Like, it's so poorly put together. They're like different size gaps at all different parts of the car. So it's really haphazardly put together. It's not beautiful, nice flowing lines you would get from
I'd like
a
to see
typical car.
the NCAP safety tests for pedestrians because it looks fucking deadly.
Yeah.
As far as pedestrians are concerned.
Totally, yeah.
Like where's the crumple zone? Where's which way would you go when that hits you? It's like
Yeah.
no, it's just like it's going to get like a fucking negative rating. I swear.
And his typical marketing thing is like, it's so great, it can survive a zombie apocalypse. I'm like, if this is a zombie apocalypse, you're not going to get charging stations anywhere. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, some zombie somewhere making sure the turbines are still going.
It can get you 20 miles.
Yeah, right. And they're really ugly anyway. They look like something out of Demolition Man or something,
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, Musk is just a.
So when he crashed it, they fill up
child
with that
prick.
injection foam.
You start swearing and you start getting the receipt tallying all your swears. So
Well, you need that if you don't know how to work the 3 seashells.
it's seashells, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Musk is a piece of work. Dumbass.
Oh, incoming. Ah, there he is.
Hello.
Hello.
He's gone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello.
You need a new Mac, Rob. That's what you
I
need.
know.
I
yeah.
see everything is continuing in the same vein from yesterday's show.
Yes, quite.
Do you know what? It wasn't up long enough for us to sort of go like that or anything, was it?
I know we should have done. Yeah.
What the hell happened?
I like to go in and just delete all the video clips that I've uploaded.
Yeah.
Just housekeeping, and instead of deleting, I presented.
You presented Longhurst with the car?
I present. It was like the intro to one of the
Oh,
one
okay.
of the video things, and then of course when I stopped that, it's already stopped the titles.
Yeah.
So that's when we were all going.
Oh, at the end, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, cover my.
And interrupted our weeping session.
Yeah, we're all
You'd
crying about
think-
sad music. So
You'd think after all this time I might know what I'm doing, but
Oh, don't worry.
at least you weren't picking your nose or something. So
that's true.
Yeah.
True.
Mind you, it might have been interesting if it had come up with old Andy with his dick up a Land Rover popped up on the screen. It would have been interesting.
It is terrible when that happens.
And it does. A lot.
I imagine he probably has recreated that picture of him playing a piano nude with the new montage M.
I
But his hair isn't long enough to cover himself these days, so
Oh dear.
I love it.
I should run that through. I still have Chameleon 5000. I should run it through there and see what sound that makes.
Mm.
Or Metasynth or something.
Yeah.
It's the wanking patch.
So anything new and wonderful happened today, Rob?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, first of all, I ordered my new Mac.
Oh.
Eventually.
What did you go
You
for?
mean eventually?
Well, the place I'm buying it from is it's a refurb or
Yeah.
reconditioned, whatever. It's only like it's not even a year. That's about a year old. And I thought, do you know what? Rather than wait until I've got all the money in the bank, which is going to be in a couple of months, I could do with it now, actually. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll buy it, and they offer Klarna, financing thing. I thought, yeah, I'll just do that. So I do that, and of course I'm putting it through on the business account, and because the business has only been running about a month and a half, and whilst I've got money in the bank, it clearly didn't like it. But instead of telling me that it didn't like it, it kept saying they couldn't verify something, and I'm like, they do this verification process, and it's all in an app. You know, you get a notification, and you open your banking app, and you say, "Yes, that is me," and
That
all
is
goes
me.
through.
Yeah.
And every time I did it, it said, "Sorry, we couldn't verify you." So I keep trying it. It's like the universe is telling me, "You mustn't buy this."
Yeah.
So in the end, I ended up putting it through, or I decided to put it through on one of my personal credit cards. And then what I'll do is when that bill comes through, I'll shift it onto another credit card where I get 0% interest.
Right.
And then I can just pay whatever the minimum is for the next couple of months, and then I can pay the whole thing off by sort of January, February time. So everyone's a winner. So I go back to the page and I click the go to checkout thing, and this time instead of sending me to the payment page, it's sending me off to I think it was Shopify's admin page, because the site uses Shopify, the e-commerce thing.
Right.
And it sends me to a Shopify admin page and asks me to continue the logging in process. And I'm like, I haven't logged into any fucking thing. So I have no idea what happened there, but I gave it 5 minutes and used Opera instead of Chrome, just in case something got sort of stuck in cookies or something, and it all went through. So fingers crossed it'll be here Tuesday. And then I had to go and buy a monitor, because of course it's a Mac Studio, so monitor. And I didn't quite get your Angel of the North, but I got something, it's 34 inches. It's a Samsung Galaxy. No, not Galaxy.
Galaxy. Fucking
Odyssey.
phone.
Yeah, I'll get a phone. I'll be sat there. No, it's a Samsung Odyssey G5 something or other. Honestly, I haven't bought a monitor in God knows how many decades.
I'm a specialist.
WQHD, does that sound right? 1 millisecond, 165
millisecond stats are always nonsense.
Yeah, I recognise those numbers.
What kind of technology is it? Is it OLED or LED? Or?
I don't think it's OLED. No, it's not. It was a Black Friday thing. I thought, well, that's good, because I've waited till now, so at least I'm going to get a deal on it. It had about 100 quid off, but no, I don't think it's OLED.
That's because they put it up by 100 quid last week.
Yeah, probably.
I'm more than happy with my 27-inch Thunderbolt display that I got second-hand for nothing.
34-inch 1000R curved gaming monitor, 165 Hz, 1 millisecond, 1440p, WQHD, FreeSync Premium HDR10.
The WQHD is the same. It's just saying 2560 by 1440. So.
This is what is this? 3. Hang on. No, I can't. Honestly, it looked nice and it was affordable. And I'm not doing.
Well, as long as you don't take it out of the box and it's actually 12 inches and has rediffusion written on the front of it.
Yeah. It's 3440 by 1440, I think.
Okay.
I think I paid for the 4K monitor that I got when I got my Mac. I think I paid about 200 quid for it brand new. Just bought it out of colours. I don't need a fucking speedy one because I don't do gaming. It's literally only just for running Ableton and all that shit. So
that's it. Yeah. I mean, all I want to do is be able to either run, Logic full screen, and get that extra width, or what I use it for during the day. Not because I've got the iMac and I've got this second monitor, but I flip between. I remote access into my work tower, which is down there.
Yeah.
And so I do that on my Mac, and so I 3-finger swipe left and right to go between my Mac windows and my Windows windows.
Yeah, I've heard that about you.
Yeah, but now with this, I can just put my Mac stuff there and my Windows stuff there and have it both on the same screen and both fairly large, and I can then flip between the two quite easily. So that's kind of the idea. But
yeah, I use no machine to go into my work MacBook on my 48-inch 4K screen.
Yeah, so it's and that means I can get rid of this second monitor, which just clutters things up. I can just have one fucking thing go.
Also means I can run the MacBook in native resolution instead of the weird Apple scaled resolution, so I can actually get the full size.
Yeah. So
If you use the MacBook itself in that resolution, it's like really hard to see anything.
yeah.
It's so tiny.
So yeah, that's arriving Monday and Tuesday. But today, the other thing that today was rather impressive. I did a podcast interview with 4 gentlemen, and I can't say what it is yet, but it was an incredible experience, a real honour. And the only thing I could equate it to is if you're a Formula One fan and you get to interview Enzo Ferrari. That's what it was like.
Bloody hell.
For me, anyway,
It's
personally.
done with tarot cards, was it?
Yeah, so yeah, it was a bit smelly.
The
What
Body
is your
Box feature
favourite
board.
car? Yeah.
Well, no, if you're into analog synthesizing, you get to interview Bob Moog. You know, it's that kind of thing. So again, tarot cards are required.
Yeah.
But no, it was that level of stuff, and it was a huge amount of fun. And normally the podcast recordings because the broadcast, the eventual thing needs to be around 45 minutes long. That's kind of the threshold I'm given, and they give me a little bit of leeway if the content's good enough. But this recording was an hour and 45. So there's a lot of stuff to go through, and I don't know whether I'll make this they don't like the other thing they don't like doing is episodal. Is that a word?
Episodic.
Episodic.
Episodic. There we go. They don't like doing episodes, right? It's one off or nothing. So I don't know how I'm going to manage this. Hopefully the content's good enough that they'll go, yeah, we'll let it off, because it's fingers crossed. There's no fingers crossed about it. It's got to be out before the end of the year. So we shall see. But yeah, that was hugely satisfying. And
Cool.
yeah, and I got a lay-in this morning. I didn't get up till 10:30 this morning.
Oh yeah, you haven't got a dog, have you?
No, I've got cats, and the little one just jumped up and curled up in between me and the missus. And I was surprised, the missus was still there at 10:30. I'm like, she's normally up and about. But what I didn't realise is I was asleep at 8 o'clock this morning when she was having like hot flush after hot flush after hot flush after hot flush. So she had to get up and was a bit ill, and then came back to bed, and that's why she was asleep when I woke up about 10:30. So bless her cottons.
Indeed.
So yeah, there you go. That's my date. And I just watched episodes 2 and 3 of Brawn, which is very good.
The fastest shaver in the West.
So good they bought the company.
Yeah.
That was Remington, wasn't it?
There was an old drama in the 80s called Bronk, set in Scotland. It's like a 3-part episodic thing.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, Braun reminded me of Bronk for some reason. It opens with somebody pushing somebody off a bridge.
Always a good opening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now this
It's
is
very
Brawn
odd.
GP.
Oh, okay.
Which
Oh,
is,
yeah. I've heard of that. Yeah.
And it's, I mean, I've fallen
Ross
out of
Brawn.
love with Formula One. I really have. To me, it's so processional now. It's not interesting anymore. But I like Ross Brawn. I've always liked Ross Brawn as an individual, as a manager. He's so, and they describe him in there as this kind of cuddly bear. But
I've always admired his technical skills.
yeah,
He knows what he's doing.
he's definitely got that. But he's also, I think Christian Horner called him a sleeping assassin, which I think was a compliment. But what it also highlights is how much of a cunt Bernie Ecclestone is. An utter. I mean, most people don't like Bernie Ecclestone anyway.
Yeah,
but
well, from a distance, he looks like one, doesn't he?
he does. Oh, what a wanker! Literally.
Yes,
didn't
I've
work.
heard.
What a wanker.
There we go.
Yeah, I've heard this before.
Oh, a dirty, double-dealing, two-faced, slimy little prick. And I'm being kind.
Sit on the fence, Rob. Come on.
So what you mean? Come on.
I mean, at least Mosley didn't hide the fact that he was a dirty perv. He was quite. He just didn't like the newspapers telling everyone about it. But Eccleston.
If he does that in his own time, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
sensual. Then who cares?
Because Eccleston just you just feel dirty. But I think they very cleverly show him to be that individual without kind of Bernie realizing that that's what they're doing. So it's very good. No, it's well worth a watch. That.
So just to keep things in, keep everything on a steady keel and keep up the tradition. Based on who we upset yesterday on PSN, who we upsetting today?
Oh, I don't know.
You want to pick somebody?
Yeah, Ranger fans.
Who knew that the Ranger workstation community was a thing?
Who knew a Rangers had a Taliban?
I know.
And followed PSN.
I know. We even had Woody Piano Shack comment. I mean, and Woody was, he was joking. It was a funny thing. Because the weird thing was that during the show, I get a message from some guy on Facebook. I can't remember what his name is, but he said, "Oh, you should get Woody on the show." And I'm like, I've tried a number of times to get Woody on the show because I've always liked his stuff. It's very inoffensive and just focused on the instrument, and he's quite a nice, affable person.
Woody's kind of in both camps. He likes synths and he likes the Rangers. So
he does, yeah.
He posted that trip to Berlin video, and I read a few comments saying like, I just don't understand why people like the Rangers. Like, what's the appeal? And he replied, we had a few back and forths and things, but but he's still like one of the good guys. Like, there's another guy who's been uploading loads of videos, like hour and a half long style videos and things, and he seems very vitriolic about the
what's his name?
kind of negative. I'll tell you in a minute.
Doesn't begin with an F, does it? Because there's when I got that Modi X7 Plus for the seminar, I thought, I'll join a few of the Montage Modi X Facebook groups, just in case I have any questions. It's a good place to go. And there's this one guy that's popped up on one of them since the Genos 2 got announced, flooding a Montage and Modi X group with literally pages of abuse about how bad the Genos 2 is compared to the Genos 1 and what a Yamaha doing, and they've fucked us up the arse. And
the guy I'm talking about is called Lee Wilbraham.
Oh, that's not him. No.
And he's very positive about the Genos, but he's very negative about the people complaining about the Genos.
Oh, okay. I wonder what was the name of the guy. I can't remember the name of the guy that left. He said our Genos 2 coverage was distasteful.
Well, on that guy Lee's initial thing, like the day before he got the Genos 2, he had a Genos 1, of course. I wrote quite a eloquent comment saying, I just want to try and understand why people like the Rangers, why are they interested in these things instead of synthesizers, and coming from the synthesizer perspective, but he just didn't reply. I've seen it. So.
I think there's a long and rich history of instruments that have a Ranger style, features and functions. I remember playing around on a friend's father's Technics home organ that had the drum machine and the one finger or the chord arrangement, so you could just play that, and then you could on the top manual you could play other bits and bobs. So there's a long and rich history of that sort of thing, and I guess that the arranger workstations that we see today, like the Genos 2 and is it the PA X5 or something they call thing?
Yeah, PA5X.
Oh yeah.
And they did put out a new firmware update in response to the Genos 2. So.
Oh right, okay. So I can see where those things hail from, and that it's. I mean, and Wagyu. The whole Japanese fixation with the electones, and that one person sounding like an entire orchestra thing.
Yeah, there are old school electone performances from things after the GX1. They are quite impressive.
Some of those machines are incredible.
The Yamaha Japan YouTube channel still really panders to that stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Whole electone workshops and that kind of thing.
Yeah, those 12-year-old kids shredding on them.
Exactly, yeah, it's that kind of thing. But for me, it just feels like I got my start trying to get into synthesizers by buying like a PSS 170 from Argos, and then later getting a PSR. And it's just like, it was so baffling how you couldn't make the sounds you were hearing on records, and then eventually you found out, oh, these aren't real synthesizers. You know, there are more expensive things where you can make your own sounds. So, but these guys just kind of got stuck in that universe, really.
Yeah, it is a bit.
A lot of them aren't even synth tones; they're romplers, right?
Sorry,
they're romplers in general, aren't they? A lot of those things.
Yeah. I mean,
well, it depends where they're coming from. I mean, if you had something like the Cool Guy 30, for instance, it uses the Triton engine.
And the Genos uses, bizarrely, AWM, not AWM2. And I did look into that. I thought, have they just missed the two? No, it is the AWM engine. Yeah, and then the new FM engine that they keep banging on about in the Genos 2 is not even FMX. It's a standard 6-operated DX7.
It's not. It's an 8 operator.
No, not in the Genos 2.
It is. If you look at the manual, it says it's 8 operator.
Oh, I haven't looked at the manual. It's, the blurb that I got just said it was a 6-operator DX7 clone.
Well, that's because they're pimping the whole DX7 in a box kind of thing. But the only thing you can edit is you can do 2 and 4 voice unison on an FM voice. You can do unison detune, and you can do pan spread. That's it.
I think the whole point, though, we were trying to make yesterday was, it's not because it's an arranger. It's just that it's not a very good arranger for that money, based on the Genos 1's current existence. I mean, mate, I've got arrangers here. They're all right. They're brilliant. I like the ones that have what they call the alternate bass, where you can play, say you play a C and it plays a C bass. But if you invert the chord, it inverts the bass, so it'll play an E. And it makes for very complex and interesting kind of chord progressions that you can make with it. But it all sounds old and dated, but that's because they're aimed at a market for people who have to play the same tracks that they were playing, 20 years ago. That's its job.
Here's another weird thing that I made a mistake on when I was talking about it last night, and I said that the Genos 2 is compatible with GM, an XG, and all those other. It's not compatible with them all, apparently. I think it's compatible with XG, but not with GS, whereas the PSRs are.
Yeah, GS is the Roland MIDI, general MIDI standard, right?
But even the Yamaha PSRs will recognize GS extensions.
Oh, okay.
So why doesn't the Genos 2, which is significantly more money, it's
supposed to be something where you can send it MIDI and create a style. So I assume that's general MIDI. Like you pipe general MIDI.
QI 100 with the XG and the styles and all that stuff.
It's like John Simpson says here about Andertons and Thoman doing it for 4,300, even though it's recommended is 5,200, and yet that is still
a lot of money.
250 quid more than an M8X.
Yeah, but with the Montage M8X, you haven't got that band in the box. It's like I said to you originally, wasn't it? It's not that market. It's exactly.
It's aimed at a different market, and there is a bit of a price hike involved. Well, you've seen my Clapernova, how much that fecker was, and it's like all of them. When they come out onto the shop floor, I mean, that was like I think originally $7,000, and when I phoned up the piano place and said, because I was getting it for Mum's 70th, I said, how much is the 301? Fingers crossed like that. He says, for cash you can have it for $2,000. I mean, okay, I will then. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the Montage M has no sequencer. How many part multi-timbral is it?
You're asking the wrong person.
Come on, you got one.
I spent 10 minutes on it. all I've been working on solidly until the early hours is that
the Montage has
fucking piece of shit memory mode.
Some sort of pattern thing, but it's not like a full-blown sequencer thing.
I think Culture Goods earlier on said that there's a way to load Genos 2 styles into the Montage M.
Yeah, because you just convert them into MIDI files and then you load those in.
Okay.
Because again, this guy that was absolutely rubbishing the Genos 2 he must have got one because he's uploaded all of the Genos 2 style files onto one of these montage groups, and he said all I've done is I've just changed the extension from STY or whatever the extension is for styles to .mid, so you can just import those into your montage and then just tweak away to to suit. But it's a weird one, but like you said, it's not. I mean, I was surprised that we actually got any sort of feedback on the video from a Genos user, because I would never have thought many Genos users would be looking at Synthesizer's YouTube channels. Because if you look on YouTube, there's plenty of people making a range of workstation videos, and you would think but
I've never once come across one.
Sorry,
I've never once come across one.
No, it's rather messy and sticky if you do. No, they are a niche thing. But
parents are brother and sister, so it's interesting to see them in the wild, really.
Yeah, you'll see them. You'll see them in like pubs and clubs, or cruise ships.
Cruise ships. They're all
the husband and wife, duo.
It just reminded me of that series that Fiona watches. Was it Murder Ship?
Murder Ship.
Yeah. It's about a cruise liner, but one of those super, super, super big, huge cruise liners. And every week somebody gets murdered, and it stars Matey Boy, who won X Factor.
Do you remember Triangle?
Oh, Triangle.
God, yeah. Sort of like the modern version of the Onedian line.
It sounds like what's it, Death in Paradise, but on a boat.
Yeah, pretty much. Except the writing is so fucking awful. 2 minutes in, you go, she did it, and then we're wondering about, I wonder who it could be. They're not letting on. You go, no, it's obvious because she's famous, more famous than everybody else in the cast. So
yeah,
she clearly did it. Yeah.
Right, check this
out. I think on Ramsey's show I said they'd been breastfed as babies with dog's milk, and their heads were full of marrowbone jelly.
What is that, Jim?
Have a guess. What do you think it is?
Is it a USB radio transmitter?
Nope. So
socket.
Lightning to C converter?
One of those new type anal stimulators?
Anal stimulator.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No, it's
a jumbo IUD.
Well, you've heard of ripcord.
I've heard of them. I don't know what they are.
The sort of USB to whatever power
one of those,
sort of things. No, so this is a 12-volt sort of USB-C to DC converter that will power an Electron Analog 4, which is a pretty thirsty machine. So yeah, literally sort of USB power pack.
So it just boosts it or something, or?
Yeah, well, it supplies 12 volts. Although the power
so they miniaturize it, because I use the bigger ones.
Yeah, but it's tiny. When it comes in a little pouch, and I opened I felt the pouch. I'm like, did they forget to put it in? It's just like, and it's absolutely tiny.
Wow.
And but it's a one-man operation. Bird cord, and it's based in Germany, I think. Really good value and really nice comms. You get a nice little handwritten note in there as well.
Oh, nice.
So, spread the word, and not expensive. Yeah, just tested it, and it's powered straight up.
Yeah, because the ripcords are kind of pricey.
Yeah, I've got a bird cord for the Electron Digi series, and that's been great. Works really well. I mean, I've seen a lot of the ripcord things fall apart as well. Sort of people have turned up at EMOMs with them, and it's just like literally dropped to pieces in their hands. But yeah. So no, so bird cord, check them out. This is the one I've got for my other Electron boxes. This one does require an extra little adapter, but this is more like the I mean the size of that.
Yeah.
But to that, it's like
wow,
it's quite dramatic. It's like really wafer thin as well.
Oh, that's handy.
yeah, it's partly because like in one of my cases I've got the analog 4 and the analog heat, but the power pack for the analog 4 is in the case with all the other electron bits in, and I don't want to pull that out. Just use the analog 4 on its own. So I'm like, as well just plug it in with this. I need to use it. I could probably power the analog 4 off this at the same time. Which is kind of cool.
I really want a biscuit.
Is there much difference between the analog 4 Mark 1 and Mark 2 sound-wise?
The filters, the filters and sort of distortions completely different.
Okay.
Hey.
So basically, any patches that are done for the Mark 2 or Mark 1 sound different on each. Even though like the parameters are kind of the same, they do sound different.
Yeah, I have the analog keys, which is a Mark 1 with a keyboard.
Mm.
It's nice. Very nice.
There must be a
Moncock on display.
Moncock.
Yeah, just for you, Wagyu.
Again,
How are we doing, guys?
Not bad.
pretty good.
I'll do better, but that's a story for another time.
Nobody wants your 700 then?
You can have it if you want it.
I want it. I'm just not prepared to pay for it.
Well,
What's it worth again?
they're going for anything up to 1,500, but
Oh, wow.
I want 975 for this.
Oh, cool.
That's a lot of Thomas the Tank toys. All that.
Exactly. Yeah, you see, now I've done that. Now I've used that. I can't use it again.
I tried looking on eBay. I couldn't find one. So
No, I was really lucky when I got it. Because nobody else bid on it.
Did you ever see the American version with Alec Baldwin as the conductor?
Oh, fucking hell. That was awful. Christ.
Shining Time Station.
Yeah, my son was obsessed with it and he was little and fucking hell.
My boy was proper Thomas the Tank. There's a one of these kind of small railway service, they're connected to the main line, but they're a little private railway thing.
Yeah,
and they've got a Thomas, a Toby,
Gordon?
Percy.
Oh, Percy, yeah.
And one or two others, and with the proper faces on and everything, and they will do events during the year. And we took my boy when he was about 3 or 4. He fucking lost his shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
Luke
he was
exactly the same. They've got one down here at Buckfast Lee, I think, and oh fucking hell, cloud nine week.
When the boys were small, I certainly took the boys to one. Maybe it was down in Devon, I don't know, but. We only ever saw Thomas, I think, but they absolutely loved it.
Oh yeah.
You ever been to Middleton Railway in Leeds?
No.
That's quite nice. You've got a lot of steam engines.
I'll tell you what, if that is a typo in the chat by Clove, that's a beauty. Pubes open.
What, again?
Get it caught in the zipper.
The pubes ain't so bad.
Yeah, we have a Roaring Camp Railroad here, Felton near Santa Cruz, and they actually take kids around in a proper scale model steam train, powered by diesel oil.
What?
They're burning.
Powered by coal.
Now they're burning recycled oil or something like that into it.
That's not good.
And it's the proper stinky, smoky thing you expect from the old days, right?
Yeah.
And they cruise to the redwoods around Santa Cruz. It's pretty nice, actually.
In the UK, we have real tiny steam engines that actually are steam engines.
Yeah. There's one at Newby. Have you been to one at Newby Hall, Wagyu?
No, there used to be one in Kirksall. I think it's gone.
I mean, I don't know if it's still there at Newby Hall, but I remember taking the kids when they were small there. And he used to just go around the gardens. It's great, actually. But it was a proper steam engine.
Yeah.
They had that steam engine, the footage I shot at Maker Faire, if you guys saw that. There's a proper giant steam engine the guy was running there. That was pretty crazy.
That was a traction engine. Like a steam engine that runs on the road.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I got stuck behind one of those the other day. Bastard thing. But
You
it's
were
fun.
singing
It's nice.
photo.
It's nice to see. But yeah, what are you
They
doing?
don't go very fast, do they? What is it,
No,
about
they
5
do
miles an hour?
No, exactly.
Oh, they can go faster, but when there's somebody behind, they deliberately go slower.
Yeah, they go slower, yeah.
Do you remember that steam powered car that British guy made many years ago? That was kind of fun.
There was a coal-fired one, wasn't there?
Yeah, he had a
They
big
on-
cloud
it
of
was
steam behind him. It's like
on
he's
Blue
blocking.
Peter. It was a
It
Ford
was a yellow
Capri
Capri, Mark
Yeah.
1 Capri, wasn't it? Yeah.
with this tank on this furnace on the back.
Sacrilege.
God, that's gonna
I think we need more of them.
John
Cutting,
knows
It's,
all moist about it.
cutting edge technology. I don't know.
People keep cleaning churches in the UK, and they look better when they're black. But they're all like stone coloured now, and they don't
Yeah,
look.
do you
as good.
remember that? You see, when we were kids, all those big stone municipal buildings and churches, they were dark, thick, black. God.
Yeah, lovely.
And then they all got cleaned up, and of course we cleaned up the cars and shit. And now it's not. We don't get that
Oh, I
anymore.
never saw that. I live in Surrey, darling.
Oh, yeah, it's
I remember them spending a fortune cleaning up the York Minster
Yeah,
and all the bar walls.
yeah.
Back
It was
in
a
the
big thing for a number of years, wasn't it? Cleaning up those buildings.
Yeah. I'm reminded now of Mamod.
Mamod.
Yeah.
That rings
I used to
a-
have a
Mamod,
Mamod.
the steam.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a Mamod traction
Little
engine
paraffin.
and a Mamod vintage car.
Yeah. Little paraffin things, weren't they? You
Yeah.
get little. Hit those up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 2 hours of setting up and 10 minutes of running it around.
I saw Robin Vincent. Was it yesterday? I think he posted something. He was going through a place called. There's a town in Norfolk called Dereham, and they have the Mid Norfolk something railway. But they're one of these. They're kind of, touristy things. So they have different events, and especially for train nuts and stuff. But they also put on things like World War II.
Yeah, I've seen
stuff
train
like
nuts.
that. And then at this time of year they do the Polar Express. So basically, it's it's a train with like a dozen carriages on, and lots of people getting really pissed. But before that, they'll have the kids on, and then they've got somebody dressed up as the Tom Hanks character and what have you, and they do all of that stuff. But they also connect to the main line, the proper railway, and they fund themselves by storing rolling stock or engines or whatever, or they'll open their tracks up for testing, and they rake it in, and their little local railway now stretches for miles, and it's got about half a dozen stations on the line, so you can travel quite a way from like North Norfolk to Central Norfolk for next to nothing.
Be careful, they might end up rebadging it HS2.
Well, yeah, I went down there a few years ago with the boy. And they had the prototype high-speed train, not the APT, the HST.
Yeah.
The first one, the what we call the Intercity 125s, but they had the prototype one. That was quite cool, and you could get on, and they obviously wouldn't be at high speeds, but you could get on ride on that. Yeah, you get some nice things down there. I used to be.
It's the old sound of a Paxman Valenta engine.
Mm-hmm.
The first engine they had a 125, and it just sounded ridiculous.
I used to sit on a railway station or a yard, and we would try and recognise the engines from the sound. So the class of the engine from the sound of the engine, and some or the whistle, or the horn. They'd all have distinctive horn or whistle sounds, and we used to sort of ridicule each other when we got it wrong.
Did you have the train spotting books?
Oh yes, yep. What was it? Motive Power. It was called. I forget who published it.
Wagyu, you're right about York Dungeon, by the way. It's great there. We supplied the original when they opened it in the 80s. I supplied the original audio systems in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we did the London one as well. They'll replace them since, I'm sure. But
yeah, I've been to both.
Yeah, I've not been to London one.
One of the best ones I remember is where you stick like a cage on somebody's stomach and hot coals on top and put a rat inside, and the rat tunnels its way out through their body to escape.
You have to pay quite handsomely for that these days.
My dad's parents had a neighbor who was a super train enthusiast, and he used to be outside his backyard listening to records of train engines. And getting all excited, he goes, "You guys got to hear this! Get over here in this train!"
I've got an album somewhere called "The Great Sounds of Steam" or something.
Yeah, it's like, and this is this, and this is that. He knew all the names, and it's just
Yeah, just replace it with a sampler, and it's us.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The train didn't change that much. It was a long sound of just the train running. It was kind of dull. So
diesel engine cold starts are quite good on YouTube. So they're kind of hard diesel engine cold starts, like a Class 37.
Yeah.
And they really kick out a load of clag as they try to.
I drove a Class 31 all the way down the platform at Norwich Terminal once, and this was, like 82. And me and my train spotting friends with our day glow jackets, high vis jacket things on, which we nicked off of Railway Boy, or they'd given it to us. And we'd stand there and we'd be getting all the numbers, and then one guy would come up to us and say, "Do you want to go in the cab?" And you just did.
I thought I was the only person that did that. My grandfather was a train driver, and I used to go with him to pick up his pension.
Oh yeah.
And he used to say to his mates, he said, "Is there any trains you want to put it down the yard?" So we were Deltics in those days. So we get on a train and we would literally drive it down.
Oh, the Deltic was I was going to say it's the peak, but then the peak is a Class 45. But the Deltics were just the ultimate diesel loco.
Yeah.
They just looked
was great.
magnificent.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And the problem with Deltics was that they were all up your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
They were never down East Anglia. In East Anglia, we had Class 31s, 37s, 47s. Yeah, 47s, and I think that was mostly. And then down West Country, you get the 52s and the 55. Not the 55, the 52s and the 50s. Oh Jesus, I'm going into my fucking train.
God, we are a bunch. We're not only a bunch of synth nerds. We're a bunch of bloody train spotters.
It's just, train.
Oh, I was not started on the Argus catalogue numbers yet.
Oh, yeah,
and all the Genos fucking players are going wankers.
Hey, it's a big community.
I
sold a few of them. Sold a few of them in the past.
Big built.
The old one.
My friend streams Train Simulator routes, and to spice things up a bit, we every station he stops his train at, we look up the local talent in the area, posting reviews, which are always quite humorous, into the chat. So
there's these YouTube channels, isn't there? Which is just at the front of the train. Have you seen them?
Yeah, there's somebody in Norway who posts really long videos of her driving the train up through the snow and things. That's quite good.
They're here in the UK because I saw one that was the Cornwall to Devon route.
Yeah, but the driver just puts a camera on there.
Yeah. Right. I got into Microsoft Train Simulator when it first came out, but I was a little bit disappointed at the lack of. It was mostly like American or German, and then Japanese stuff, because the Japanese love that sort of thing. And a little while later, I discovered, especially with the PlayStation, that there was I forget the name of the game, but it's massive in Japan. And you play it on the PlayStation. It came with its own PlayStation controller, which
Densha de Go.
That's the one. And you sit on that, and it's got the throttle and all the levers and the brakes and everything. And they have contests, and it's just when the Japanese do something, they do it massively. And
it's originally an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, and there's arcade versions of this thing, and I'm like, how do I get one of these? And if you want to import one, back then it was ridiculously expensive. But I must admit, I do have Trains, the latest version of Trains or whatever it is on PS5, where I can drive. I can do London Underground and a bunch of other things. And I play it.
Well, the main one is Train Simulator on Steam.
You can get
every year they update they
don't know you
update
get
the
out.
year. Like it's like Train Simulator, like 2023 or something now. But it's the same engine from like 2005. They just update the number every time. But there's like 4,000 quid worth of DLC of like
I know.
route expansions.
I got into, I was into it massively when it first came out, and I was just downloading all of this stuff, add-on engines, add-on carriages, add-on routes. You could, there were some people who, I mean, the level of dedication to detail.
So that means you have dodgy characters when you're going through the underground.
Yeah. No,
On Train Simulator, there's always a guy who looks really angry who's looking at his watch every like 10
it's all
seconds.
Stereotypes. Everyone's stereotype.
Or buskers or something.
And you have like a free cam, you can fly away from the track, and if you go away from the track, like it all gets a bit sparse and all goes a bit weird.
Yeah, no,
I find it a bit boring because you can't overtake.
Yeah. But then my missus really loves Farming Simulator.
Really, for a moment I thought you were going to say something else. I almost went sort of like
Yeah,
Ken, do you know there's a car mechanic simulator?
oh, fuck off with that.
Justin that comes in here sometimes from America, who's got a whole bunch of stuff. He posted something. I saw him. He was playing Thief Simulator, and he found like a Roland workstation.
Phantom or something, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was a Phantom workstation or something. But there's a Thief Simulator. Yeah, there's.
Well, that's the only way I'd get a Genos too if I found it in a skip.
Hey, that's how you get your practice in, I suppose.
Oh, this fucker's going to run and run, isn't it?
It is. But I predict that Yamaha will sell bucket loads of them to the home organ.
Homeless.
Hey, no, I tell you.
Or you throw it away and live in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve's wondering if Farm Simulator comes with USB udders.
Oh. My stupid knob moves by itself.
Well, you've seen Mr. Mosquito, right, Wagyu?
No.
Japanese game, Mr. Mosquito, where you fly around a room with scantily clad women in the room, and you try and bite them and suck the blood and not get smacked. It's a very Japanese game. Mr. Mosquito, look it up. It's very funny.
Okay.
It's also Octodad. It's another funny one.
Yeah, that rings a bell too.
You have to learn to walk with tentacles, and you're all floppy.
Oh, been there.
Not that tentacle.
Yeah, okay.
I've got tablets for that.
Know what Big Ben feels like now.
I was about to say I'm flagging, so I'm going, but
No, you can't go. I'm going. You can't go. I'm going.
oh no, I'm going.
No, I'm going. Well,
You
I'm
do a
going.
semi Ian?
Sorry? No, this is
Semi?
really in.
I'm doing a full in.
It's way past my bedtime.
Oh, Ian's copyrighted it now. So
Yeah. I'm going to get a T-shirt. I'm doing an Ian.
yeah.
I'll pay you royalty later.
Yeah.
Nice one. Cheers, everyone. Take care.
Good night, Jim.
Yeah, babe.
See
Yeah.
you later, mate.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to do the Behringer version of an Ian. Steal it.
What's that? Is it going to drop off?
What? So
Yeah.
you're going to leave and then 3 years later you're still there?
Yeah.
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 Or like when you guys were talking about the
Wow.
Model Ds failing earlier, I said they should just make them out of that red plastic and put
Yeah.
Solo on it because they're disposable.
You're going to call your Ian an iron then? Andy?
So, do we all think that the Behringer announcement on Monday is going to be UBXA?
I think so, yeah.
It'll be
about time.
the
It's been a while.
easiest one to
What
build.
about the VCS3?
Well, it sounded like a UBXA, didn't it? So
It sounded
it was
over.
I
audio.
haven't seen it.
Well, no, there's no visual, but
Isn't it?
it was a very synth wavy soundtrack, and it sounded
Oh, right,
Oberheim-esque.
I think the other possibility is DS80, but it didn't sound like a
Nah.
Yeah,
CS80.
but why the A? The X sounds better.
Oh no.
Silence.
It was originally an OBXA.
Maybe that's the surprise. I mean, the trailer video said, what did they say? Budget of $3.5 million, or investment of $3.5 million or something.
Crap, I don't
I remember the first Oberheim video sounded like ass that they did. So.
Yeah.
Well, they're
It's supposed to be an OBXA, but then they added page 2 type stuff. So
It's all a bit late, really, isn't it? But people will buy it, I'm sure.
I wonder if they make the filters self-oscillate.
God knows.
I can't go to Synth East this year. Next
Can
year.
you not? Ugh.
No, I've got tickets for a bloody festival in Bristol. Didn't know it was the same weekend.
Wow.
We'll be there.
Yeah, well.
Unless, of course, this landlord wants to kick me out next year.
Yeah.
So, Ian, you're going to be there with your Bristols?
Ooh. Controversial.
Definitely controversial. I did look at maybe coming over on the Sunday. I'll be honest with you, there's absolutely nothing I'm interested in on the Sunday.
No.
Come on in.
you can bring your Moncock along.
Yeah, no, I made Robin promise me that he'd give me a ground floor pitch. Because even though I didn't go last year, I was going to be taking the DX1, and when I had to pull out last minute, Robin told me where I was going to be, and it was upstairs, and I'm not taking that upstairs. Yeah, it's not the best place to get in and out of either. Certainly not with a car. Anyway.
Wow, pull out last minute, getting out of. Is this the rhythm method, or what is this?
Yeah. Good Catholic boy. Yeah, so no, that should be fun. I'm looking forward to that, and I might hang around for Blancmange because they're always good.
I'd be interested in see Blancmange actually. That'd be good.
They're very good.
You've seen it recently.
Yeah.
Is it original members, or is it?
Yeah.
It's just well,
it's
just
him,
Neil
isn't
Arthur.
it?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
The other guy pulled out of doing anything because of his illness, but yeah, it's Neil Arthur and is it 2 or 3 others that do all the keyboards and stuff, and it's very good. I mean, he, even his modern, his recent stuff is very good, but the classics are.
I just know the old ones. Yeah, the Middle Eastern riffs are great.
I had the Breakthrough album. I remember that. It's really good. Don't have it now though. So.
Yeah, no, I saw him at Colchester Arts Centre about a year ago. Very, very good. Benj got me on the guest list, so that was quite a nice thing. I got my album signed. Yes, that should be good. I might even pop down for the Friday because
what's on the Friday? I did look.
You've got Adam Buxton interviewing Steve Davis.
Yeah,
and then there's an ambient thing after that. So, and is there something else? There's something else. Yeah, it all sort of kicks off on the Friday. But I love Adam Buxton. I think Adam Buxton's a genius. And so, and he's a great musician as well. And you'd like him because he has one of those weird things that you have, Ian. What's that weird instrument that's got the HDMI port on? Is it no?
Oh, the organelle.
Organelle, yeah. He's got 1 or 2 of those. So he likes them.
Great.
Do you remember this old Star Trek song?
Sorry?
Star Trek, The Next Generation. Da, 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 da. Where did you boldly go?
And there was a couple of David Bowie skits that he did. The one where it's a Lego David Bowie and a Lego Angie Bowie, and I'm trying to come up with my new concept. And he's going through a lad insane, and
right,
and then he comes up with what's something Bob. It's just like all these ridiculous new personas, but yeah, Adam Buxton is just hilarious.
Do you guys know the podcast called Smirsh Pod? It's all the James Bond stuff and other related movies.
No.
So Adam Buxton did an appearance on there with John Rain, the guy who runs it. It's in the UK. and it's fucking hilarious. It's for that Taffin movie with Pierce Brosnan.
Oh yeah.
And I'll put the link in here. You gotta hear this. Some guy just kind of summarized it with some funny graphics. Adam's hilarious.
Cobbler Bob, that's what it was.
Well, Synth Addict, you know the old XFM shows with Ricky Gervais, Steve?
Yeah. Was he on there too?
No, but when they were taking time off to do stuff, there was Adam and Joe did a stint on XFM, and those things are available online. So I've not
I'll have to check it out.
Yet, but
You gotta listen on this Taffin thing. He's hilarious, imitating the characters and stuff. It's very funny. Smurfpod's a funny podcast if you guys like movies and James Bond and making fun of Sean Connery and all that stuff. There's another guy
like shooting fish in a barrel, isn't it?
Yeah, but this guy does a really good impression. There's a Welsh guy who sounds just like him who goes on the show all the time, and they're just funny. They did one for that that Sean Connery movie in Japan with Wesley Snipes. I forgot the name of it. Did the episode on that, and it's just funny as shit.
Oh God, I remember that.
Here you go. This is Cobbler Bob.
I'm home. Hello, Mr. Stardust. How are you? Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, yes. Very well, thank you, Angie. I've had a marvellous afternoon, actually. It's been very productive. I've made a decision. I'm going to kill off Ziggy.
Oh. Is that a really good idea?
Well, I can't carry on being Ziggy Stardust forever, can I?
I was thinking that maybe you could.
No, Angie. It's starting to interfere with my id.
Oh.
I need a different mask. A different character to channel my energies. Here, look. I've come up with a few. See what you think.
Okay.
Okay, here's the first one. Cobbler Bob.
Did you say Cobbler Bob?
Yes, Cobbler Bob. Cobbler Bob. Bob is a cobbler. There's a hole in my soul.
Who is Cobbler Bob?
Well, it's an aspect of my psyche, Angie. You know, Bob, like David Robert Jones. But he's a cobbler. He makes shoes. I could have giant shoes with massive platforms, big enough for the band to fit into.
Right.
The sheer theatricality would be superlative, Angie.
It's great. Do you have any others?
A mad Deus. A mad Deus. A mad Deus. Amadeus. A mad Deus.
Yeah, I get it. And what does he do?
He's a composer of classical music who comes to believe that he's God. I'd love to try some classical music, Angie.
Classical? I don't think the kids are gonna like that, David.
All right, the Groovy Gardener.
The Groovy Gardener? No.
Master Chef.
No.
Viscount Gismark.
No.
Oh, Aladdin Sane.
Oh. Who is Alad Insane?
He's like Ziggy, but with a different name and some sort of strange fluid leaking out of his collarbone.
What's the fluid? Could you make it Pepsi?
No, it's a sort of gel, like a kind of bonding agent for dentures.
Oh. Could you make it orange juice?
I don't know. Possibly.
I love it, David. It's brilliant. That's the one you should go with.
So it's between Aladdin Sane and Cobbler Bob.
Yes, that's right. Except not Cobbler Bob.
All right, then.
It's black.
Oh, superb.
That's good.
He did another one that's probably more up our audience's street.
With that intro with The Good Life, I'm just hearing Vivian in my head going,
I know, yeah.
No, we're not watching The Bloody Good Life. So bloody nice, Felicity, treacle candle.
Right, I'm off to bed.
Go on.
Good night, guys.
See you later, buddy. Take care.
Another funny one is the adult version of Postman Pat. Have you guys seen those? I put it in the chat.
Yeah.
God damn.
I think his favourite.
They're hilarious.
Have you seen Strays yet, Rob?
Have I seen what? Sorry.
Strays.
No, I haven't.
Fucking hell.
I know. I will. Yeah. This is another one that he did with Ashes to Ashes.
And cut. Okay, everybody, let's reset. David, you got a 2-minute break. Tommy, let's get those girls some water.
Hello, son. Don't suppose you got a spare Ziggy?
Did you say a spare Ziggy?
Yeah, you know, a smoke, a snout, a wibwob, a cigarette.
Oh, right. Here you go.
Much obliged. What was your name?
Mike.
Ah, Mike. Check the mic. Don't wreck the mic. Back off on the mic. Oh, where's it? So, here we are.
Mr. Bowie, what would you say was the biggest moment of your career?
Oh, well, let me tell you about it, Mike. I had quite the attitude as a young pop star.
Can I have tissues for my eyes, please?
Yes, David.
No, those are the wrong tissues.
Sorry, David.
It's easy to get caught up in the hype. It changes you. So I was on the set of the music video for Ashes to Ashes. Do you know the one?
Yes, I do.
Right, so we're on the beach, shooting the scene with a giant bulldozer. And over there, there's Steve Strange and various weirdos that we picked up at the Blitz Club in London the night before. And David Mallet, the director, he's got the camera on a very long lens. And I'm dressed from head to toe in a clown suit. Why not? I hear playback and the music starts. So off I go. I start singing and walking. But as soon as I do, this old geezer with a dog walks right between me and the camera. Well, knowing this is going to take a while, I walk past the old guy and sit next to the camera in my full costume, waiting for him to pass. And as he's walking by the camera, David Mallet, pointing at me, says to him, "Excuse me, sir, do you know who this is?" The old guy looks at me from bottom to top, and he looks back at David Mallet and says, "Course I do. It's some cunt in a clown suit." That was a huge moment for me, Mike. It put me back in my place. It made me realise, yes, I am just a cunt in a clown suit. I think about that old guy all the time.
Okay, let's go again. David, can we have you back on set, please?
On my way. Cheers, Mike. Thanks for the ziggy.
Same to you, David.
Cunt in the clouds. Sorry, that's me every time, that one. Oh,
You can hear that everyone who's kind of talking normally, he does sound kind of like Pierce Brosnan. That's why they had him on the Tarzan thing. So.
He does another one when he's recording Low with Tony Visconti and Brian Eno, and that's quite a funny one. But I'll let you find those ones. But I thought Cunt in the Clown Suit was great.
Is he mainly an actor, or what is he also in?
He's a comedian, he's a writer, he's a broadcaster, he does podcasts. He was part of Adam and Joe many years ago. They were like a comedy duo. Yeah, he's just an all-round, just very clever. And he's a musician as well.
Oh, okay.
He did a version at Christmas a few years ago. He got Gaz Coombs, who was the lead singer of Supergrass. Yeah. And he had this like ongoing video series on YouTube, and he got Gaz Coombs comes in with his guitar, and Adam's got that little organelle thing, and they do what's the Greg Lake Christmas song? They say there'll be snow at Christmas.
I believe in Father Christmas.
That's the one, yeah. And they do that. It's just Gaz Coombs on the guitar and Adam Buxton on this little organelle, and it's fucking magical. It will make you feel very Christmassy. Even the most hardened anti-Christmas people will feel a little bit Christmassy. It's very good. Yeah, very funny man. So yeah, I'm thinking about going on the Friday night just to see him interviewing Steve Davis, which will be quite an interesting thing.
Cool stuff.
Gentlemen, I think I'm going to bugger off.
Fuck.
What? What? What?
I must be a cunt in the clown suit.
I'm a cunt in the clown suit. I fully admit it.
When's your Alpha Juno turning up?
At some point this week, as far as I know.
There's a knob for it.
Just say again?
There's a knob for it.
Did you just call him a knob?
That's how you
One
turn
of
it
them
up.
as well. Again,
That's how you turn it up.
It's the original Super Knob, the Alpha Dial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, gentlemen, I bid you good night.
Au revoir.
Indeed,
ya.
sir.
Have a
Take
good
care.
one. Ta-da.
Bye.
Have a good one.
It's funny, everyone back then was doing that. You got the AX80 from Akai. You got the SX240 has a kind of a big knob thing. You got Very common
All
theme.
my synths in my studio have a big knob.
They don't throb.
On the
It's,
chair. Yeah.
The knob throb is the big, amazing
get
thing
rid of
about
one,
the montage, isn't it?
and then somebody else
Get rid
comes
of
in
one.
and spoils the fucking OCD.
Hello, fellow montage owner.
Oh, hello. Do you own a montage? I own a montage.
It has a big
photo.
bug off.
I happen to have a montage.
Oh God! I mustn't wave at the camera. Hell.
Andrew, the other week when you were playing your montage M, you savagely knocked over the penguin of death.
Yeah, I
what
know.
repercussions have there been?
He will have his revenge.
Well, to be honest, I'll tell you exactly what it is. I found a pair of not matching socks in my sock drawer.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's some swift justice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's.
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, mate, he went right top drawer, straight off, didn't he?
Yeah, just straight on top there.
How
Just
do you know he keeps
non-matching.
his socks in the top drawer?
Well, he's a cunt in the clown suit, isn't he?
Yeah. And he threatened never to show a picture of me in a Range Rover.
Too late for that.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not quite in it. You're behind it, partially in it. So.
I have to say, I am loving this thing. I am loving this. I think Kent and I had a moment yesterday after the show. We were both tinkering, going, "Have you tried this? Have you tried that?" And we ended up almost at the same time hitting exactly the same patch and playing exactly the same chords.
Yeah, it was a bit
And
sort of
just-
like, what?
Yeah, I said we were double dating. Yeah.
Wow. 2 Range Rovers, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Double
It
parked.
is an astonishing thing. It really is an astonishing.
I'm sold them, and I tried it for 10 minutes at Guitar Center, and I thought it was amazing, actually. So. Just can't afford it.
Yeah. Well.
Is it worth getting for someone who has a Mod X and an AN1X?
Yeah, but
I'd say so.
Only if you can afford it. It is. I mean, you know, it's horribly. It's actually ridiculously cheap, but it's a lot of money. And I am selling some other bits
Excuse me
to
a
make
minute.
sure it's paid for. But
So we just had an
It's more
embolism.
than a Super Gemini.
today I spent 2 hours, almost 3 hours, searching for speakers that I can have in my tiny little studio here that will give me the playback I want. And I mean, I was going to spend £1,000, £2,000, and I realised I just don't have the room for a big.
IK
So I've
Multimedia.
Yeah.
well,
iLoud Micros. Seriously.
which one?
Seriously. The iLoud Micros. The little ones.
Well, I've tried all of that. So what I've settled on instead is a PreSonus system with a big sub. And that's what that
So
should
it
just
works underwater.
It works underwater, and it works when it's stained with wee.
And is Sean
God for
Connery
that.
the captain?
Yes. Yeah. Look what I can do with. Look.
Russian nuclear missiles.
Oh,
One hand. Look,
Fire
one hand.
the nuclear weapons.
you've got your expression pedal.
Oh, sorry, tomato.
To you, sir. Tomato. To you.
I've ordered 2.
Have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
FC7s.
Yeah. Oh, really?
God.
How
Yeah,
much
yeah.
were they, by the way?
I got them for 58 quid each.
Yeah.
What?
Plug it in the first one. It auto detects the super knob.
I beg your
The
pardon.
first hole.
I haven't got a super knob. My wife's. Oh, I
plug it
see.
in.
Now I see what you
Yeah,
mean. Right?
Yeah. You plug it in the first hole, and the lights dim, and then they come back and they go, "Here you go. It's assigned to the super knob."
And what happens when you plug it in the second hole? The next
It
one.
goes.
Not assigned to the
What do you want to do with this?
The lights come on. She said, "Get the hell out."
Yeah.
Well, laughs mostly.
It says,
That's what
use lube, you asshole.
So just remember, from left to right, it's pink stink.
Right. Okay.
Oh, the shocker.
Okay. I usually use
It's all right,
flour,
Robbie.
rub it around a bit, and find out whether that. That's kind of. How it
Oh,
works.
yeah, sit and wait, yeah.
Yeah. That's apparently it. I'm talking about donuts now, by the way. So, yeah. Oh, I love this thing.
It is nice, isn't it?
And that organ sound is just astonishing.
Absolutely.
It is. It is.
I am wondering why it has a delay on it. Seemed a little unusual.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I'm now beginning to understand how this is all. The live sets are beginning to give me a clue as to how to assemble stuff in the way I want it. So I can dive in and do that, deal with that.
Absolutely.
Which is a good thing. Which is a good thing. So we had a bit of a reaction last night, didn't we?
Yes.
Do you think I went a bit overboard with Genos too?
Not really. I thought it was quite informative.
Well, like I said, he said it was distasteful. I said, well, how? How was that distasteful?
I think I called it a bag of shite more than once.
Which is fine. You're
Is
entitled
that
to your opinion.
distasteful or just an opinion?
It's an opinion.
Do you know what? I think it was actually...
Distasteful is if you brought one into the room, pulled your trousers down and took a shit on it.
That would be distasteful.
That would be distasteful. Well, maybe. I don't
No, that's
know.
called a Maplethorpe.
Oh, okay.
I'm concerned that you know.
I think it was rank snobbishness on my part, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes...
Well, there was
you just
another
kind of
comment
have
on
to
the
go.
Facebook thing, and I wasn't sure whether they were agreeing with us or agreeing with them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like,
It had,
fuck it. I
the
don't
comment
care.
had a duality to it, did it?
It did. Yeah, it was just like, okay.
I feel like I've done hours of research on this thing, so I'm justified in calling it shit.
There you go.
And doing the research was quite comical because you just hear incredibly cheesy covers of songs you know.
Yeah.
It's just such a gorgeous thing. I love it. I love it. And I want to call it George. That's George, that is.
Not George the Third.
I love
That's
him
Richard.
and I hug him and I want to call him George.
The mad montage.
Yeah. A mad montage, that would be.
Yeah, nutty, mate, nutty.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Got a montage.
Yeah, well, Rob's got a hydrosense.
I got montage. Yeah, but the hydrosynth, I have to say, is something that I'm now thinking, why haven't I got a hydrosynth? I've got this, and I'm thinking, why haven't I got a hydrosynth? It is a disease, and I've been planning to buy the deluxe forever, and I've never quite got round to it.
Oh, they complement each other quite nicely.
What do they say? You're very nice. Oh, you're very nice. as well.
Oh, hello, how are you?
This is a very
Hey.
nice keyboard.
I like your operators. Very nice.
Yes.
Montage goes, I like your ribbon strip. Very long, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I think they work together quite well.
I think they probably do.
So,
Yes.
yes. It's not as difficult to play as the Osmos.
How are you getting on with that now?
Yeah. I need to spend some proper time with all this gear. So that's why I want to try and get everything finished for the end of the month. Because next month, I'm not working.
Oh.
It's
At
Christmas,
all.
isn't it?
Good.
Christmas starts on the 1st of December.
I tried this with the PS3300, the plug-in. And it was a wonderful thing. The two of them together is just madly gorgeous.
Now, I come to the conclusion I let work take over too much. Far too much. Do you know what? I found this box. There's two cupboards underneath that big telly downstairs. And I opened one of them up. I can't remember why we were looking for something, but I opened it up, and there's this huge box in there. I went, oh yeah, we've got a VR headset, haven't we? So pulled that all out, and then Fiona goes, oh, I want to play. Well, there you go. Pull open the other one. There's another box in there. Go, what the fuck's this? Pull it out, and it is a sealed box. It has not been opened yet, and it is a 6 terabyte miniature looking PS5 external drive. done with the sides and everything to look like a miniature little PS5. I mean, when did we buy this?
Man, it's like a treasure hunt over there.
Yeah.
My storeroom's a bit like that at the office. Every time I go in there, I see something I've bought for a reason which was clearly very important at the time, but I've never actually got around to using. You know, there's all these bits and converters, and I bought a mixer, and I've got no idea why I bought it. I bought this shitty little 6-channel mixer for some reason, and I don't know why, because it's awful. But it could record as well. It could record onto an SD card. When I say it's awful, I actually don't know, because like you, I've just read the box outside, the outside of the box, and gone, this looks shitty, and I've never opened it.
Oh, God.
And I don't know why I bought it. No idea.
Well, I mean, you know, when you find that you bought things, you don't remember buying them. It's, you know, when it turns up at the door, I go, don't remember ordering this.
I do that with records.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you buy enough of something, you lose track. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that packaging from Milton Keynes that I thought, oh, look at all excited, it might be from Yamaha, and it turns out it was just 2 records I bought.
I thought I was getting my Easy One Play Z2 550, whatever it is, the Easy Play one, because there was a
EZ1 Play.
That's the one. And I got very excited because I got a notification from DPD that something was turning up, and it turned up. Hang on a minute.
Is there somebody at your door?
That was my DX5.
No, is there somebody at your door, Andrew? Looks like there's somebody peering in through the left-hand pane. Am I wrong?
You're
This
wrong.
is one of those haunted videos where there's a thing in the back and
That's spooky as fuck. You sure that's not his?
Hang on.
What?
The twat. No,
Richard Dean Anderson.
I have never in my life worn a baseball cap, and this will probably be...
Well, that's a lie. You've got one on your head now.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
See?
It looks wrong, man.
you have to turn it slightly sideways like the kids do. It's cool that way.
Yeah, and do this a lot.
Yeah.
Hang
on.
Something Odyssey.
What's that? I've been to wank school. What? What's it? Oh.
Adobe.
Odyssey.
Adobe Odyssey.
Yeah.
All this stuff. They sent over, Adobe sent over this box of goodies
It's
for
a
reasons
3D
best known
printed
to them.
icon.
I'll tell you what, that's a fucking big keyboard, isn't it?
Yeah. I see what it is now at your door. It's not. It's not your wife. It's the pattern on the glass.
Yeah, it looked like a face there. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you do it like that, you think.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's going.
Yeah, they're going like.
Ooh,
It's
look at
apparition.
this.
It's really sweet of them.
Yeah.
Just to say that, and I got a lovely cup and all sorts of other things. And they just sort of send these goodies over. These goodie bags just turn up, which is rather nice. Along with a license, another license which I can't use.
I'll have that.
Yeah.
I got gifted a suite licensed by friends, so I've actually never bought anything Adobe. I just have a gift.
Yeah, it's a good thing. But I did get very excited thinking it was going to be the EZ1 Play thing.
They're not going into manufacture until next month.
No, I know. But I did get excited. I've got this and I got excited about the EZ1. That tells you everything.
Why did you buy a baseball cap?
Why did I buy? I didn't. It was a gift.
Oh, I was going to say.
All of that was a gift just from Adobe.
Seemed a bit late to start.
Yeah.
Actually, it was good for all of us to see you in a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did look like a member of Stargate.
Mind you, I also got a cock ring. Hang on a minute. I'll just. Hang on. Oh no, sorry, it's on the floor at the moment.
Oh, that's the After Effects vibrating ring.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Illustrator.
Ah.
Yeah. So there we go. Have you been working today, Robbie?
I have.
What have you been doing?
I've been doing podcast interviews.
Oh yeah, how did that go? That's right. Yeah, how did it go?
Really, very, very well. Yes, it was very good.
Good. I'll talk to you about it later.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, in bed.
Hugely successful. It went on for an hour and 3/4.
Wow.
Yeah, and we could have gone on, but I was conscious of keeping these gentlemen beyond.
The Sound on Sound are going to edit it down to 22 minutes.
No, they bloody won't. I do all the editing. They just do the mastering.
So you can't announce who it is yet, right?
No, it's a little surprise. But I mean, it's.
I thought they did kind of censor you on time, though.
No, they like to keep things to around 45 to 50 minutes in duration. That's apparently they've done their research, and that's the optimum length. But I do get a little leeway here and there. If the content's that good, I'll send it, and if it's like an hour long, I'll say to them, I've got it down to an hour. I don't really want to take anything else out. And if they agree that the content is good, then they say, okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll go with that. So it's not hard and fast rule, and I think I might get a little extra leeway on this one, given the subject.
Given the seniority of those.
Yeah. So.
Is that because they want ads to fit in an hour? Is that why they do it that way?
I honestly don't know. I don't even know my listening figures. I guess I should ask one day. I have no idea. I just make the things and I send them off, and I get paid.
Isn't there a bit edited out of the FM seminar thing, like a Q&A bit or something?
No. That would have been an interesting thing, but no, they cut that out of the video. But then there you go. They cut half the Saint Elsewhere out because I just went, fuck it, I'm going to play the whole thing, and I did. And they said it was a bit long, that wasn't it? I said, yeah, but it was nice. Yeah, I think we might cut some of that out. Okay.
The funny thing is, we've just employed a social media company to promote the mill. The mill we're buying or trying to buy. And thank you very much, those that have donated. It's really kind of you. And they said, do some video, do some contents for us, and the content can't be more than 90 seconds for Insta. And that's the platform you need to be on. So I just did a quick ad hoc thing, and I didn't realise it was 2.5 minutes. Put it out, and it's played so many more times than we expected. And it's kind of, well, there goes the 90-second thing. It's 2.5 minutes. Yeah, but it won't engage people. Well, it seems to have, even though it's me blithering on. So yeah, you never know, do you?
Indeed.
And I always like your stuff, Robbie. I always like your interviews. They come across really naturally.
I have to admit, I might have to re-record some of my questions because I did kind of, what should we say? I was a little starstruck.
Did you stumble? Did you do a little stumble here and there?
I kind of, yeah.
Did you get squishy?
No, I just you want to get the information out of them, but you also don't want to make yourself look like a twat. And it's sometimes a bit difficult for me to not look like a twat. So I might. I mean, re-recording my questions is not a.
That's where ADR is your friend.
Exactly. So
and a digital double.
But no, it was some of the stories, man. Some of the stories are amazing and funny, and some of them are very heartwarming. And let's just say I got an opportunity to say thank you to a group of people who have made an incredible impact on my life. And that, if I take anything away from it, it's that I got to say thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So yeah, hopefully it will.
It was Mrs. Miggins in a pie shop, wasn't it?
It was Mrs. Miggins in a pie shop, yeah, and Mrs. Mills in a piano.
Me and my piano.
Yeah,
Earl of Hovercraft.
It was a lot of fun.
James Cockcroft.
Floppy son of Ploppy.
Oh, dear me. And it was. Oh no, I can't say that because that would give it. No, so I'm shut up.
No,
Forget it.
don't. Stum. Think of the Queen.
Instead, look at my beautiful lighter.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful. Oh, that's rather Mustangy.
I used to love my Zippos.
This is an electric one.
An electric Zippo. That one.
Yep.
Oh, it has
an arc. Those arc ones, yeah.
Yeah, those arc ones are cool. Just got to remember to charge it.
That's
she also got me the fuel one as well, as a way of saying sorry.
You now have a Tesla coil in your pocket.
You haven't heard, have you? She took the Chrysler down to the tyre place, along with the Mustang tyre, to get the 4 new tyres for the Chrysler, so we can go and have its MOT. And ran into a concrete post and stoved the passenger door in because she was watching Guardians of the Galaxy
on the DVD player.
On the DVD, it was She said
it should be.
It's a really good bit. It was a really good bit when rockets get breaking out of the prison.
There's a reason why it is illegal, you know.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons why things are illegal.
Yeah, mostly to do with concrete posts and cars being adjacent to each other.
You hit the button and it goes. Eek. Oh, okay. Eek. Put it back again. Yeah, stoved it right in. So I've got to repair that now. I ain't doing it now. It's too bleeding cold.
Quite right.
So
yeah, people worry about texting, and then some people are watching TV in the cars.
So I congratulated her on being able to take a car to have was it 300, 400 quid's worth of tyres put on it, and it come back and worth less than when she took it down.
Did you get the Mustang tyre or tyres?
It's still ongoing. They kept the wheel. They've run into a snag apparently. So we shall see.
Is it?
Can you install more cameras in case he comes back?
No, I think this really looked like he's just an opportunist, just wandering around, see if he could break into a car or something.
But what's the opportunity for slashing a tyre?
Well, it's frustration or something, because he wasn't getting much luck out there.
Why does anybody vandalise anything?
Yeah. True enough.
He saw that stuff you're throwing in skips, and he got mad. So he's like, "God damn this guy!"
No, it's just half the time it's because they've got nothing better to do, and the other half it's because they're very envious of what other people have got.
Of course, yeah, they're just some shithead. Yeah, it's just probably some kid.
Honestly, they don't need to be envious of that Mustang. I was looking for there's a special tool to take off the locking nut when I was taking the wheel off, and where you got the boot, you got like a floor, and then you got these drop-off points, right, which is the wing where the wings come round, and you got these troughs. And I've gone down this side looking to see if I could find this special wheel nut thing, and there's nothing there. Put my hand down the other side and find a freezing cold swimming pool. Because the fucking water is getting in through the boot lid, it's getting past the rubber, and it's collecting in the bottom of the wing.
Oh.
I go, fuck me, that's something else I've got to repair now. So for now, I've just put a hole and drained the water out. There must have been about 4 pints of water in it. It's fucking like...
Have you thought of going into boating instead?
No wonder it's so heavy.
do you know what? I'm going to cancel my existence membership, and I'm just going to fucking disappear in a puff of demonic smoke.
Speaking of vandalism, there's a rash of people like damaging Teslas around the U.S. because they just don't like Musk or Teslas or whatever. They're keying them, kicking them in, doing all kinds of vandalism to them.
They're Teslas. All they got to do is wait. They just have to wait.
So that's why. So Teslas now famously have cameras all over them, so they're always recording stuff. And so a lot of people are getting busted doing the stuff on camera. And like YouTube channels dedicated to showing all this footage.
Are we that bored as a species?
Yes.
Apparently.
Jesus.
Do you see? I mean, not only are they doing it to Tesla cars, someone did it to one of his rockets.
Oh yeah.
Was it, what do they call it? A rapid failure or something? Or rapid
disintegration failure.
Yeah, it's bollocks, isn't it? It fucking blew up, you cunt.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's something like what are they called? It's sort of like a malfunction cascade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rapid, unscheduled disassembly is the term.
Yeah, that's a good
Our rocket suffered a rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
Only corporate America.
That's like being exposed to a vacuum, say a sudden outrush of air.
Yeah.
Jesus. You mean it exploded?
It went. Shit went bang.
Yeah. Do you
I mean, they may have problems that they have with the space shuttle, like quality control. There's O-ring problems and some other stuff.
At least they're getting, getting information from this stuff. But, at least it got further than the last one.
Was it a complete, unscheduled negative termination?
Something like that. Yeah.
Cunt for short. You just see the light in the sky and you go, cunt.
It is appropriate.
Spent 5 minutes on that. I'm glad you liked it.
It's Elon's middle name, so.
It's a bag of shite.
Bag of shite.
No, apparently this one, it got further and it actually got into they completed a stage separation, I think, and then it blew up.
Yeah,
so
they did actually get further than the last time.
I haven't kept up. Is it a new model? Is that why they're having trouble?
Yeah, it's 38 Raptor engines on the main
right.
thing. Yeah, it's ridiculously.
Maybe this needed an OS update or something.
They all go through growing pains. I mean, NASA has famous footage for like 20 years of this shit. So.
Oh yeah.
What's really funny? What I find really funny is if that had been, as it was not so long ago, a British endeavour. I'm thinking of the Virgin satellite launch thing where it blew up, and the press and everyone in Britain, all the media were just saying this is a calamity, this is a terrible thing. And Virgin didn't really know what to do, and eventually it shut the company down. Musk, and it's brilliant, SpaceX, it happens, they say it's some sort of gobbledygook corporate phrase. They smile and say it was successful, and everyone believes them. And the media coverage is, well, yes, it blew up, but it's more successful than the last one. What? It still blew up.
Yeah.
But you have to admire. I have to admire that degree of optimism that keeps spinning it to the point where you go, oh, yeah, that's not too bad then. It blew up, but it blew up further.
Awesome.
Which is good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Most
awesome.
popular American. Most
It's
popular
awesome.
American.
Let's have some herbs.
It's the
Yeah,
Emperor's
I
New
remember
Space
we had a Mars probe in about 1998, Beagle 2, and it failed, and we just never heard the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, until Musk and his company, doing whatever they're doing, I mean, they were using those Energia rockets. Those are pretty good, actually, in Europe to launch shit.
Steve Elbows has just said that he was watching the Virgin failure live. So was I, yeah. And the stream was awful. The graphics showed it plummeting, but the commentators didn't say anything for ages, leaving us to speculate that it went boop. And yeah, we did. I just remember watching it, saying that they're not saying anything's wrong, but that doesn't look right. And I was watching the height meter, the
altimeter.
Thank you, the altimeter, and it was going up, and then suddenly it's going down. I'm looking at it going, that's not probably what's supposed to be happening.
Space is that way.
Yeah, that way. Up.
He forgot his hat.
Yeah.
That's probably. Oh, it hit a cloud. An unscheduled cloud.
An unscheduled cloud.
I mean, at least they're not manned anymore, so they don't shelve it for months and years. So they can just keep going and get it working. So the space shuttles, every time they had a disaster, it was put everything back decades sometimes, because they we can't fly this for a long time now. We got to figure it out.
If you watch Cowboy Bebop, they actually repair the Columbia, even though it's in a billion pieces, and then fly it back into space.
What? That's crazy.
God, it'd be like.
I remember the Challenger disaster. That was crazy. It was.
Yeah.
Had a teacher on board, so that was a big deal.
The sad thing is, it seems that like they were still trying to steer it as it crashed into
the
the
rolling
ocean.
cloud.
Yeah.
But that's what happens with those kinds of government-funded projects. You know, the overspend and the overburdening of. You know, they have so many people administering this stuff that they're administering the administrators who are administering other administrators, and no one's actually checking the components, which cost 70 times as much as they should.
Well, you also want to keep putting humans in space to get funding because it looks cool. But meanwhile, you can do unmanned everything, like all the probe launches and like the Mars mission and all that kind of stuff. You don't need people up there to do that. It's cheaper and safer, unless you actually need to plan a mission to the moon or to Mars with people. Just keep sending stuff unmanned.
When does the manned Artemis go? Is it next year or the year after?
Are you suggesting AI should do Captain Tom? Major Tom? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying they don't need it for so many missions we launched. I mean, look at Pioneer and Voyager and Mariner, and all those things were all those things were unmanned launched missions.
We still need moon bases and Mars bases one day, but
eventually, yeah. But you know what's going to happen? Guys like Elon want to do something like that, and you'll have indentured servants that get flown up there for work and can't afford to come back home.
Well, he should be the first
someone's
one
been
on the
watching
one-way
For All
ticket.
Mankind.
I haven't, but I mean that's what's going to happen. I mean it's just it's been in science fiction a lot that way. So
they're going to have to build such hugely thick walls and such, because the radiation is going to limit how long you can spend.
The magnetosphere.
It's huge.
They could build an electromagnetic field into the roof or something, but going outside of the base is going to be a problem.
I mean, once space planes become a thing, Jeff Bezos is already talking about doing Amazon up in space, up in orbit, and having goddamn workers up there. And they already don't pay them enough down here. They can't afford to be up there and come down here. They don't have any money.
What they do? They throw the parcels out the windows.
Basically, yeah.
Well, that's a delivery.
Well, we also need like zero latency quantum entangled internet, because there's like a 20-minute lag to Mars at the best of times.
Yeah,
it's a round trip. TCP packet.
Speed of light's a bitch.
Yeah,
a bit like Mercury 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need Star Trek subspace, so it's like instantaneous.
Yeah, well, if we could get information over quantum entanglement, then that would solve the latency issue.
We need warp cores. We need all that stuff.
You can't use quantum entanglement, unfortunately.
Well, that's the theory, but is there a way?
Can we just bring Mars
closer?
closer?
Oh, most certainly, but at the moment you can't. As soon as you try to see what something's doing, you disturb the system, and anything you sort of anything which happens at one end becomes meaningless at the other. You can't really.
Yeah, that's the current problem.
Sounds like that curry I had. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we can send quantum entangled matter replicators to different planets and make people over there without the lights being on.
I'm still gobsmacked that people are talking about colonizing Mars as a fail-safe for us screwing the Earth.
Oh yeah, and we'll just screw that up too. We'll make that place worse once we get there. So
when we could just turn around and do Earth version 2, but that's kind of what it. We just need to.
Maybe this is Earth version 2.
Well, one can hope that.
It turns out this is Earth version 25. We've done it many times over. We forgot about it.
Maybe we're all Venetians.
Yeah, I was saying we started on Venus, fucked that shit up, came to Earth, fucked that shit up. Now it's Mars.
No, we left, we re-terraformed it, and came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Artemis 2 is supposed to launch this month, but there's not much of this month left. And that's the one that goes to the moon and back, but doesn't land on it.
Mm.
We've got to do is say, "Oh, God lives on Mars." Fuck off. We'll be better off.
That'd be quite good. Then we can stop sending them oxygen.
Well, good thing. At least you wouldn't have to fight over sky daddies, would you?
Well, what you're going to have is going to be like the movie with Cohagen, right? Get your ass to Mars. And he's going to control the oxygen, and you're all going to suffer. Everyone's going to suffer.
2 weeks.
Free your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Open your mind.
Total Recall. What a film.
Get a Quato. Get someone with Quato on him.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got 5 kids to feed.
Yeah.
Here they come.
That's great.
All the quotes. Great.
Did you see the remake of that movie? Holy shit, was that bad?
No, I heard about it in the voice.
It makes absolutely. I mean, as much as nonsensical as the original, which is still a lot of fun. This one, they don't go to Mars.
It's like a random sci-fi, and they've piggybacked on the name to get.
Yeah, they tunnel through Earth. They're going through a molten core. There's a giant tunnel to go from landmass to landmass through the Earth. It's like, do they understand how magma works?
There's a big lift in between England and Australia, basically.
It's so stupid. Yeah, it's like all the landmasses are ruined except for 2, and they have this giant system that goes through the planet. And it's just really dumb. So
that's like The Core.
All those movies like that. Yeah,
using unobtainium. Funny thing is, I quite like The Core as a movie. It's a ridiculous concept. It's just totally.
The training
nuts.
montage was fun, but
Yeah.
the actual mission was really stupid.
It was really stupid.
Yeah.
We just had a new comment on last night's live stream.
Go on.
Oh, come on.
It reads, Andrew is really hot.
Oh, he's seen the picture.
Of course, I mean his mic. Great show as always, but AL needs to drop a dB or 6 for us headphone wearers.
Wow.
Righty.
Well, to be honest, both of you and Kent are usually quite quiet. To be honest, because I'm usually like on a higher volume than I am on like a normal video.
I
don't know whether it's an SM7 thing, but I'm usually having to crank up the volume more.
I'm always
turning down
dialing this back.
I mean, I don't care, but it's like iPhone users and things who listen on the speaker are going to struggle, maybe.
Is that any better?
Sounds exactly the same as it did.
Okay. Is that any better?
It's slightly more sexy.
Try it with your hand.
Is there no way to get like a button on the finger?
Hang on.
Somebody's just commented on our David Gamson video saying, "What is the FM these guys are speaking of?" And I'm not entirely sure whether they're serious or not.
I think using that terminology means rib. I would.
There's been a splurge of comments on our videos just lately.
It's the same person.
No, it's not.
They have many handles.
Yeah, different
That means-
accounts. Yeah, they,
Yeah,
that
different
means there's
accounts.
more people watching, which is a good thing.
Well, we peaked yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
And we didn't even have a guest.
147?
Something like about 142, 143, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, it was only for a few seconds and it fell again, but I mean...
What
Because of all the
what the
Genos
fuck
fans.
is this shit? And move on.
Yeah, it was all the Genos fans going. Yeah.
It was all the Genos fans.
Yeah,
going,
they were-
Flouncing out of the room.
Bag of shit. Bye.
Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. There you go.
Get to the bottom of our stairs.
I didn't realize there's so many Genos fans. I don't know anyone who owns one.
No.
Or Tyros, or even the what's the Electone, the original though.
Don't know any child molesters.
Brian gets how many music is the only person I know with a PSR, like a modern PSR.
You know, horses for courses, isn't it, really?
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear. I have to try this on PSN. It might work. You never know.
That was me, said Paul Holmes.
Oh, mate. I was telling Fiona earlier about, I said who was
Right,
going
I'm
to be
too
on
quiet
that.
now, apparently.
That yeah, you are. That
Yep.
synth in space. That we did with J3D. And I was,
How's that? Is that better?
I was saying, I said, oh,
Lovely
Kim
job.
Pierce is on it, and she's going,
Good.
yeah. She goes, I remember the name. Was the? I was like, oh, you know, Hydrosynth and Deluxe and things. She goes, oh, okay, like that. I said, we've got Howard Scar to work with hands and everything, and done all those patches for Zebra and all the rest of it. She goes, oh, okay. I said, and there's a few other people as well, like this, that, and the other. And she goes, so why the fuck they got you on it then? And I went, pass. I don't know. There you go. I love Fiona.
Yeah.
I love Fiona. Fucking Chrysler destroying cow.
But you said you replaced that door before, so what happened?
Yes. Well, it looks like I might have to. Well, no. Shall I repair it? No, to be honest with you, it's too fucked. I'll have to root around all the wreckers again and see if I can find another door.
So you just got the same colour door off another price.
Well, it. The thing is, they go, what colour is your Chrysler? It's blue. Oh yeah, which blue? How many blues are there? It's dark blue. Oh yeah, there's 3 dark blues. It's like, fucking, I don't know. So I'll get the colour code and I'll just see if they've got one knocking about.
Do you have a bunch of pick and pulls by you?
What?
Pick and pulls, those the car yards. You can just grab parts from various pieces of shit cars.
You mean scrap yards?
Well, they call it pick
Yeah.
and pull because sometimes they're loose parts, sometimes they're
Breakers. We call them
Yeah.
breakers here.
Breakers yards.
Yeah, breakers yards. Yeah, they're kind of like for the Chrysler, at least in the UK anyway. You go to the clubs and see what's knocking about and see if you can pull something. So see if you can pick up a door. So, but it's got me thinking about maybe a nice 6.1 V8 SRT version might be on the cards.
Or a pair of fluffy dice.
Yeah. So, because I kept wanting to really do the Chrysler up, and then I kept remembering what Fiona does to it when she parks it. And I thought, no, that's not really worth it. Because I was going to put 21-inch wheels on it. And I thought, no, not now. Now I'm
You
wondering.
had monster truck wheels, then she couldn't crash into anything.
Well, I'm beginning to wonder
Go
whether
over
I
the top.
should. See, if the way she parks it, even the doors aren't safe. Maybe I'll just leave it as it is.
That's not parked. That's abandoned.
Can't park there, sir. Yeah. So, no, I mean, everything on it works. It's incredibly reliable.
It's not damage, it's vintage.
It's character. So
As long as the DVD player works.
well, yeah. Mind you, I think there's about 80 of them left in the UK. Soon to be 79 if she carries on driving it.
Just out of curiosity, how far was this trip while she was watching the movie?
You really want to know?
Yeah, kind of.
Your Honour.
Okay. You know how long a mile is?
Oh, yeah.
A third of that.
Oh, my God.
If that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I could literally use the
Just
tennis
can't wait
ball.
to get home and watch it, huh?
I could literally use the tennis ball throw and put a dog shit in it and hit KP Tyres from here. It's really not far away at all.
God.
It's not.
So if you turn off the Chrysler, does it remember where you were in the movie?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's taken her 3 years and 50 days to watch
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. She just watches it at 2 minutes a shot.
Yeah. And of course, as it's been well documented, this is the Chrysler that she drove up to Synth Fest with the handbrake on.
Yes.
Oh,
and
wow.
Smoke coming out from the back wheels and people beeping at her.
Oh, that's great.
So she pulled into a petrol station. Asked somebody, "How do you take the handbrake off?" Because it's a pedal one.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a handle under the dashboard and a pedal to release it.
Fucking Mercedes shite.
Yeah,
Well, some of them have a push release. Mine had a push release on it, I think.
Yeah. So she was throwing water on the discs.
Wow.
Before I bought my first CC, I was looking at a Merc. I can't remember, was it C-Class or E-Class? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, this is not bad. This is not bad.
Yeah.
And the wife gets in the car. She goes, "Where's the handbrake?" Because it's got an electric handbrake, like because I had a Passat. She goes, "It's got an electric handbrake." I said, "No. It's a pedal down here. You just go like that, and then when you want to release it, there's a lever here. You just pull it out."
Stunk. Yeah.
She goes, "Oh," and then I had this flash of her driving this thing, trying to negotiate the handbrake, and I just got out of the car. Closed the door, turned around, saw the CC, and that was the last I ever considered buying a Mercedes, because I knew that she wouldn't let the handbrake do it all. Does it all. Actually, she doesn't even like the electric handbrakes. Oh, it stopped. What if I take my foot off the pedal? Will it? No, it's parking brake. But how do I take it off? I said, you don't. You just press the throttle and it will go. No, she doesn't like it.
I used to know people using the handbrake to skid out in the parking lot after work. The wet parking lots.
You can't do that with an electric handbrake, or you can't do it very well with one.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same.
No.
No, she doesn't like driving my motor.
Well, you consider that Fiona's been driving that car on and off for 8 years and it's still going. Shows you how reliable it actually is.
How resilient.
Yeah. Because it looks like it's been in fucking Robot Wars now.
Well, at least it doesn't have a TV in it, right? So.
Well, technically.
Oh.
Yeah.
That reminds me. Jackie told me what she wanted for Christmas.
Go on.
She wants a new head unit for her Golf, but she wants one with Apple CarPlay in it. I want one like yours, so I don't have to plug it in and keep popping the front off. So I bought her one with it was a Pioneer thing, and it was specially designed for for having a mobile, because instead of having there's got no CD drive in it whatsoever, but it's got a little thing that pops out the middle at the top, and then comes out like this, and then moves up, and then you just put your phone in it, and then your phone becomes part of the, connects via Bluetooth and all that. And I thought that would be nice and simple, but no.
Yeah. Well.
So I've now got to look for a third-party Apple CarPlay compatible head unit, and then she'll probably crash that fucking car. Or it'll break down.
I tell you what. I've got one.
There's a theme here, isn't there, about
There is.
wives and cars? There's something. It's not at all stereotypical, is it?
I bought Fiona for Christmas. One of instead of getting one present, I'm getting lots and lots of little things for her, right? Because she's got everything. I mean, she's got a fountain pen that cost about £2,000. I forget the name of it. It's the name of a guy.
Blanc?
Yeah, Blanc. Yes.
Mont Blanc, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like £2,000. It's like fucking hell. So I can't give her a packet of pencils. So I'm just going to get lots and lots of little silly little things. But I thought I'm going to put some effort into it, and I bought her. You know those mugs that when you pour hot water in them, a picture will appear. So they start off black in a picture.
You haven't got one of those.
And what they put on it is a photograph of me doing that at her.
Genius.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't microwave that, because microwave will destroy the decal. So.
All right.
Oh no, we got a cook attack, mate. So as she puts it in, it's just like lock off.
Are you tackle out and flicking the V?
Hmm?
Are you tackle out and flicking a V?
Tackle out.
No, but they do one where it's got a black, this big muscly black bloke with a fucking huge dick. So as it eats, that was just like, check it out. I thought, yeah, I could do that, but nah, probably not. Nah, just fuck off. Right. So I've got her that. What else have I got?
I may have to get one of those myself.
Etsy. Is the website? Etsy.
Etsy.
Yeah.
Etsy.
And they go, supply your photo, and then they put it onto the mug, or whatever photo you want to put on.
I was never sure about Etsy. I always thought it seemed like it was a dodgy site, and then one day
It's not.
One day, my wife wanted she does cross stitch and sort of not mosaics, wall hangings, that kind of stuff. And she wanted a much bigger frame, this big wooden frame, and I found one on Etsy, and it was from Russia, and it was just before the start of the war with Ukraine, and I didn't realise it was from Russia, and then I ordered it because it was it seemed like a reasonable price. Yeah. And it didn't turn up, and it didn't turn up, and it didn't. And I went to message the bloke or the person that made these things, and noticed it was Russia. And about this point, they'd already invaded, and I thought, oh, shit, that's that gone. I'll never ever see that. Turned up 2 weeks later, and it's a lovely, lovely thing.
Bullet holes in it. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Check out their on there. They got the like a gift selection, chocolate gift selection. But what they've done with the wrappers is really brilliant. So you got like Twix and Kit Kat, and they put the wrappers together, so it just says twat. Right, and things like that. And you've got there was one, I don't know how the hell they've done it, but they've taken the different chocolate bars, all the letters from different chocolate bars, and it spells things like ball ache and all this sort of thing. I thought, well, yeah, I love that.
Some people even sell your rack modules on Etsy, so it's a lot of stuff on there. It's a good site.
Yeah. It does all sorts of crap. And she was talking about getting an air fryer.
They're good.
Well, here's the thing. She has one of those halogen ones. And when you weigh it up, the halogen one's just as good. Works out about the same, just about as economical and everything like that. But I was wondering, I could get her an air fryer and one of those oil bottles, spray oil bottles. Because you only just spray the oil, you don't go to town with it.
I tell you what you must avoid, however. Never, ever, ever discover Tiffany.
All right, I won't look for her.
Don't. It's cost me.
Does she think you're alone now?
In a mall somewhere, yeah.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anyone around.
She has root on Andrew's computer, and she's watching everything he does.
Yeah.
She's going to extract money from him later tonight.
But it's a shame she doesn't drink coffee, because there was a coffee mug there that made me laugh anyway, and it was sort of like.
Can't she drink something else out there?
Coffee make brain work gooder.
Oh, I see.
Because she is like that in the morning, but she doesn't drink coffee at all, ever, under any circumstances. Like, fuck. They don't seem to cater for the tea drinker. So I limited what I could get. But yeah, so I'm getting lots of little bits and pieces.
I've just seen a cup which I think I might have to get.
What one's that?
I do not spew profanities. I enunciate them clearly like a lady. You can.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Hey, Kent, you said you like sci-fi. You get her like a sci-fi sculpture or something?
Yeah, but the thing is, she drifts from one kind of genre to another. So I'm trying to think, okay, well, what's she into at the moment?
Here's a lovely Borg cube. What do you think of this?
Yeah, just give her a house brick. It's a Borg cube. I don't know.
Xenomorph egg for Easter.
Oh, what was it that somebody did a recipe for the air fryer? It's got her all excited. It was sort of like literally a Cadbury's cream egg in a falafel.
Jesus, is she Scottish?
No, it's like, what? And apparently they're really, really delicious. What?
When I was working for a certain company, whom you may not be familiar with, I was up in Scotland where they had their head office, and I was staying.
They named after a flightless bird.
They are, curiously, yeah, Kiwi, and
I've heard of them.
I was staying with one of the guys, support guys, David, and he said, "Don't worry, we'll get you some dinner." And I said, "Fine." And opposite him was a chip shop. So we went across to the chip shop, and I said, "Oh, pizza. I'll have a pizza." So this bloke took this pizza, dipped it in batter, and was about to throw it in the deep fryer. And I went,
wow.
Whoa, don't do that. No batter, don't do that. Don't do that. So he went, "Oh, all right, you're fair enough." He did the Scottish equivalent. "Oh, right, fet you, fusilate, man." And he grabbed a new pizza and just shoved it in the fryer instead without any batter. It is the most greasy, heart-stopping thing I've ever attempted to eat in my life. I think I got a mouthful and a half into it before I had to spit it out.
Oh, the
Pizza crunch.
They'll deep fry the fuck out of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it pizza crunch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The weird thing is that so many chip shops in Scotland seem to have the Italian flag on it. Because
That's
they do
true.
pizza deep fried as well.
There are a lot of Italians in there.
Yeah.
In Scotland.
Well, I heard that the Italians got tricked because they thought they were going to New York, but they landed up in Glasgow instead and got marooned.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, at least do it with like a calzone where it's more like a pierogi once you fried it or something. Even that would be weird, though.
You've got to be careful. If you're in a chip shop, do not point at anybody's dog.
Why?
Is it on the menu?
Yeah. No, I was just saying that's a nice dog. Sorry. Do you want a chihuahua with your chips? I don't know.
It's like carnival food here where they invented the corn dog. You know, you have like deep fried Oreos, deep fried Twinkies, deep fried blah, 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 blah.
Can't beat a nice deep fried Mars bar.
We can with a stick as well. Yes, I don't know. Oh. I've got my own internal theme music. It was then that I realised.
Oh, another comment. Blimey.
Oh, good God. Same guy, different handle.
Oh, somebody's responded and says, Robbie clearly and fairly stated the ideal use case for the Genos and its value to it. However, at nearly $5,000, I'd expect the cruise line company to pay for it.
Yeah, and the tickets for the cruise.
Yeah.
Who was it who said they were on like a cruise ship for about 6 months? Was it Ty? He said he was on like a ship earning loads of money.
Yeah.
It might have been Ty, actually. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it
Was
Brugger,
it
wasn't it?
Was it David? Mr. Arnold? It's one of
Possibly.
no, it must. I think it was Ty or someone like that. Yeah.
I think a lot of people have cut their teeth on that sort of thing, do cruise ships and stuff.
But then Ty can play.
Yeah, it was Ty. I'm pretty sure it was Ty.
Yeah.
But who is going on a cruise wanting to listen to like cheesy covers of songs instead of the original songs?
Well, if you look at the average age of the cruise line passenger, you kind of answered that question. I went on a cruise once. Oh, it was a funny thing. Me and my wife, first wife, were going through a sticky patch, and we were. All right, yes, go on. Say the joke.
No, I'm not saying. I'm done.
She rolled over.
I wasn't saying anything about when you just change the sheets or anything like that. I wasn't going there.
And we decided that one of the ways that we could maybe get back on track was to go on holiday. And I don't know who suggested it, but somebody suggested a cruise. And I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds interesting. And then you start thinking, no, actually, the average person that goes on a cruise is usually of a certain age. And we went one of these Mediterranean ones, so you fly out to Palma de Mallorca, and then you jump on a boat, and then you sail around the Mediterranean for about 10 days or something. And it was all right, it was good, but it was so many old people. So many old people.
Constant smell of piss.
Yeah. Oh. And because you don't, when you go for dinner, or because you get served 6 meals a day. There's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then in between breakfast and lunch there's something. In between lunch and dinner there's something. And in between dinner or after dinner there's something else. And you get allocated a shift. So you either go on the first batch or the second batch, and you have to sit at a table, and you sit at a table with people you've never met before, you don't know, and you just might probably not like. And it really was
hell.
How is that an excuse? Like, if I was an old age patient there, I'd want to listen to like Vera Lynn or George Formby or something and hear the original versions, not some bizarre electronic recreation like a cobbled together Frankenstein.
Thing is that the old people nowadays are not our parents who listened, or our parents' parents who listened to Vera Lynn, etc. They're people who were brought up listening to. Yeah, they're us. The people listening to the Beatles and or the Stones, or whatever. It's moved on a bit.
So the Genos is actually.
But why is Genos rendered bizarre electronic Rolling Stones better than the original song? Do they just not have a license to play the song on the cruise ships or what? It's just a weird world. It's like a parallel universe.
It's the style too. They're kind of jazzing up the stuff. They're not trying to do originals. They're trying to do their own versions of that stuff.
But they're using a Genos, so they all
or whatever. Yeah.
The same. Yeah.
I went on one cruise, the Princess Cruise Line, the Love Boat show. It was the Princess Cruise Line. I went on one of their cruises down to Mexico once, and it was just depressing as hell. That the food was shit and the people were annoying. You know what's really funny too is the quick serve area and the dining area, for the most part, unless you went to a fancy part of the ship, is the same food. One to sit down and one you serve yourself. That was ridiculous. Why are we sitting down pretending to eat a nice dinner when I just go next door and go pick it up myself in a tray? I did like the 24-hour coffee shop though, and pizza and ice cream and stuff like that. I mean, you definitely get fat on those cruises, but.
One of the upsides of the cruise I went on was that we had the Crankies as the entertainment. I shit you not. They did 2 shows. They did an 8 o'clock show and they did a 10 o'clock show. And the 8 o'clock show was for the families and the 10 o'clock show was for the adults. And I kid you not, laugh as much as you like, but the Crankies were fucking great when they did the adult version of the show.
Oh yeah,
they really let fucking
instead of the
they're notorious sex fiends.
Yeah.
She was a nymphomaniac, wasn't she?
Yeah,
she was absolutely off the wall.
They came into the bar after the show, and they walk in, and everyone's like, hey, and then he just picks her up and just pops her on the bar stool,
pops her on his dick. Yeah. Whiskey and one for the dummy, please.
You've broken Robbie.
Yeah.
Just props her up like a Christmas tree, basically.
Yeah. That's a job. That's a part-time job at Christmas.
They helped call in the bar. Oh, blimey, that's really knocked me for 6 hours. Oh dear.
How's that?
I feel a bit funny.
Oh.
Yeah, she held court in the bar for about 2 hours. It was very amusing.
Yeah.
Very amusing. Oh, blimey.
Well, they have theme cruises now, like Star Trek cruises, where the cast is there on the cruise ship, and
oh shit. Come over all funny.
Yeah, he wears it like a glove in the winter.
So was she manning the glory hole after the performance?
it's a different cruise altogether.
Dear.
Oh dear.
Or maybe they both were. You didn't know which one you'd get.
Oh, that's just such a horrible thought on every level.
Mate.
Every level.
Oh. Where the fuck did that come from?
No idea.
Sorry, Hank.
Oh dear.
He goes, I've seen worse.
This was before she became head of the Scottish National Party.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, come over all peculiar.
Is that your nickname for her?
Yeah.
Oh, incoming. Ba-dum.
That's the rising up music. Yeah,
Is that the film start or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I found a couple of pipe organ patches on there that were pretty cool. They morph into.
Oh, the cathedral organ is just
you like the cathedral, don't you?
astonishing. I love that. I got lost in that for about an hour or two. Just brilliant. Brilliant.
I like the church organs on the original montage of Mod X. FM seems really good at doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think this one's the cathedral one. I think is sample based, isn't it?
The one sounded pretty good. I think it was sample based. Yeah.
Well,
I just wanted to get that physically modelled pipe organ.
Oh, AWM2 and FMX.
Yeah.
What was that organ, Wagyu? Was it the house?
Modart Organ Tech.
Oh, Modart.
Oh yeah, Modart. Yeah, they're good.
Oh dear me. Oh, I have to go and lie down,
I mean, it's
great.
Just, it's just brilliant.
First thing I play on every organ patch.
Yeah.
You can only go so far though, and then you run out of ability.
I used to be able to play like the first minute and a half, and that's as far as I could ever get.
Yeah, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. Getting lost. And that's cheaper than a Genos 2. I mean, really?
Yeah, that's the weird part, I think.
Why AWM 1 and one other engine, and that's it. And you can't program it. You can't do anything. I mean, it's just. I don't understand how it's near as damn it £5,000. I really don't.
You get 63 DX7 patches, and then about 63 other FM patches. I looked through the patch list, and that's it. You know, you need to wait to be spoon fed from Yamaha for anything else.
What more do you want?
I mean, I can see if it's a double manual, they're going to charge you more, but it's just a regular keyboard. So
I said to one of them, like, you don't even get all the original cartridge set from Yamaha of the DX7 patches. They said, oh, but I like it because it's curated by Yamaha. It's like they've chosen the best ones or something. So.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
That's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Andrew Long says, of course it's cheaper. The M8 lacks the bass chords and jammed gremlins inside. Yes. Kosh, that's entirely true. That's entirely true. I'm going to swap this for a Genos 2, that's it. Now I've just got to sell my DX5. It's up on Reverb. I know, isn't that a terrible thing? I might put it up for auction instead.
La.
How heavy is that model?
How heavy?
Yeah.
28.
Overall weight is about 28k. Yeah, 28 kilograms.
Yeah,
okay.
It's about 2 kilograms short of. Fuck me.
Yeah. It's a heavy.
Mind you, I carried it up the stairs on my own.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You didn't slide it up the stairs?
No.
Yeah.
I tell you what was worse, carrying the Oasis back down.
I'll bet.
Oh man, that's a heavy.
I think the worst thing about this is that if I want to use this at the studio and the mill, I'll probably have to buy another one because I'm fucked if I'm lifting this one.
Yeah, I want one for the downstairs coffee table now.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a few heavy things, but I think the heaviest thing I have is the Fusion 8 HD. That thing is like, what is there, lead in that thing? Yeah. Jesus, what a ridiculous weight on that thing.
Well,
what was it? What did the Macbeth you ordered for the tour cost? Not cost. What did that weigh? Was that like 16 kilos or something, or 20 kilos? The Macbeth M5N. You replaced the metal work on it because it was so heavy. I think it was for either the Orb or someone like that was going out on tour with the Macbeth systems.
Yeah, I gave it an aluminium case instead.
That's right.
And reduced its depth by about 8 feet. What the fuck? Who was that for? Soulwax, wasn't it?
Might have been Soulwax, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a Soulwax. Yeah. Because that's... Oh, mate, that was a heavy... Just the empty case was really heavy. To pick it up and go, la, and walk off with it.
Yeah, no one could ever accuse Ken of stinting on the materials or having flimsy synths.
Yeah, that was the size. Yeah. bags and bags and bags of room in there.
I must give him a ring some point.
I reduced it down to 3 inches deep. And that's
really?
That's with the power supply and the spring reverb in it as well.
How much does the DX1 weigh?
Oh Christ! It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's heavier than the montage.
Well, that's more substance. I mean, a keyboard for example.
Yeah, well, it's got a proper wooden keyboard, hasn't it?
M8X is about 26 kilograms, doesn't it?
28.1, I think.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. DX1.
The DX1 is 51 kilos.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a heavy fucker.
Yeah.
And I've got to move it. I've got to move it this week.
And a CS80 is 100 kilos.
82 it says here, but yeah, it's a lot of weight. So this is a lightweight.
Yeah, technically speaking.
So what do you have it on, Robbie? One of those double X stands?
No, I've got it on one of those quick lock kind of mixer stands.
Okay.
Legs, one leg in every corner.
Right.
Yeah, I need to get a new stand for this. I need to get a stand for this.
How much of the CS80 weight is the PSU?
Not that much of it. Not that much.
Andrew, I need to speak to you about
it's the keyboard. Keyboard weighs a ton.
Yeah.
But then
I remember a guy who bought one in Australia, and he bought it a plane ticket for the way back.
Mm.
His plan was to take it on the plane with him and like strip it down as much as possible.
Yeah.
But he never posted an update, so I see it went horrendously badly.
the plane went down in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, probably.
Did you just say you needed to talk about keyboard stands?
Oh, well, yeah, I might be able to help you out in that regard.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
At little to no cost. So
that's always that's my kind of cost.
Mm-hmm. Ken, do you think the CS80 shell is is heavy?
Just the shell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's solid wood. So be it ply, but it is solid wood nonetheless.
Is it a particle board with a veneer, or is it?
That bit on the top is plywood with
Okay.
with a veneer on it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the rest of the case is all ply. So, but the heaviest part is the keyboard. It's very, very heavy.
Hmm.
Well, it's a metal keyboard, yeah. So with weights. You take the keyboard out, I can pick up an AT and walk. It's heavy, but you can pick it up and walk off with it if you take the keyboard out.
So it's the keyboard that's the weight then.
Mm.
See, that's logic.
They must seem really light after moving GS1s around.
Yeah, because even on wheels, the GS1's heavy. Ridiculous.
Then there's the whole Hammond issue.
Yeah, well, Tanya can tell you stories about the various B3s.
Oh God,
that he's hired out. The various mega bands.
Yeah.
Did people ever take the B3 without the Leslie?
Yeah, been known to. Yeah, been known to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucker's heavy too, right? The Leslie cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, there's different size Leslies, but the classic Leslie, I forget, if to ask Tiny, he knows all the codes and everything for them, but they are fucking heavy.
Well, they're metal drums, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quite aside from anything else, and the big cabinets, and the motors and whatever else. Yeah, they're big old buggers.
The local place I got my D50 fixed is famous for Leslie repairs. In fact, when Joe Walsh would go through on tour around here, he would stop in there and get other stuff repaired as well.
Leslie Repairs sounds like the name of a TV show.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it?
Doesn't tell you what she repairs, though.
Yeah.
Remember Guns N' Roses having a Hammond on tour? That's the last time I've seen one played live.
Mm.
I'm off to bed.
Quite right. I think I might join you actually, but not
Alrighty.
in your bed. No.
No.
Well, it's not room.
Yeah. Not with two of us. Fuck.
Apparently it's hot and sticky.
There's a deep fried Mars bar in there, right? So that
Be like black holes are drawn.
Oh, you just mate.
With my my
You just
wife's
remind me
hot
of that
flushes, you
prank
can
I played on
probably cook
piano.
Anyway, I will see you around. Probably see you if anybody's going to watch Jamie's show. That looks like a good one.
Mm.
Yeah, Jasper.
Certainly does.
What time's that on?
6 p.m. Oh,
Yeah.
anyway, right. Have a good one. See you later.
See you, Robbie.
All right, mate. Take care.
You're talking about Guns N' Roses. Last time I saw them, it was Buckethead was the guitar player.
Uh-huh.
Axl was still wearing his his bandana because he was going bald. And as usual, they came on stage about 2.5 hours late.
Nice. That must have been fun.
Oh yeah. Well, the people I went with, it was some guy who rented a limo and got drunk and had a good old time. He's like a huge fan. And I'm just the first time I've ever seen them, and I was just like, whatever. I'm just along for the ride, and it was a fun show. But yeah, when you're waiting for 2.5 hours for the guy to come on, and the guy who came on before was basically Sebastian Bach of Skid Row with his tight leather pants.
Yeah.
That I didn't really care much about. I'm like, can we just get to Guns N' Roses? I don't give a shit about this other stuff,
What's to say about somebody died at a Taylor Swift concert, and about 1,000 people passed out from heat exhaustion or something?
Oh yeah, it happens. Yeah, I mean, certainly not dying from excitement, that's for sure.
Last big live concert controversy I remember is Blue Ridge Rock Festival in the USA got cancelled because it was like torrential storms all the time, and just the staff couldn't cope. It was like supposed to be this like summer, just like they had terrible organisation skills.
She came through here a few months ago, and the traffic was horrendous.
God.
Yeah, it was just like it's unbelievable. People love Taylor Swift. I don't get it, but
I can't name one Taylor Swift song.
I mean, I can because it was everyone running around singing it. That Bad Blood or something like that. But it's just like it's such a nothing song, but it's hugely popular.
138-degree heat. Really?
Where?
Was it the Tay-Tay show? Where was that? Mercury? Hell, 138
Death Valley?
degrees.
It's probably Fahrenheit, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
if it's in America, it will be. Yeah.
Vaporize.
Yeah, places get pretty hot sometimes. Yeah, I mean, Death Valley is the record.
Well, that is Death Valley temperatures, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can see why, because the place that holds that record is literally 200 to 300 feet below sea level. You can actually look up on the hill and there's a marker. There's sea level right up there. It's right by Devil's Golf Course, which is this amazing huge salt formation. And all the salt crystals form these kind of like spheroid kind of clusters, and it looks like snow as far as you can see, but it's all salt.
Oh, yeah,
it's,
no,
it's super weird. That whole place is so cool. The Devil's Golf Course is cool. There's also the Devil's Racetrack is really cool, which is that place where it's rocks have traveled over time across the surface. And initially they thought, oh, it's some kind of spirit thing or some bullshit, whatever. Turns out it's just simple freezing and thawing.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And as the thaw, the rocks kind of hydroplane, and then park, and then hydroplane and park. And since nobody walks over there over periods of time, the trails just stay there.
Mm. Yeah, they look weird though, don't they?
It's cool. It's a really weird
Yeah.
place. And then they have like these little tiny like water holes basically. Like there's a desert pupfish that lives there, and it's barely like surviving there. I mean, these things have like crazy life cycles and harsh conditions.
Desert and fish does not mix.
Yeah, it's very strange.
But I saw like the salt plains for Burning Man this year were still covered in water, wasn't it? There's like a layer of water everywhere.
Yeah, Burning Man never appealed to me. I think maybe in the early days when it was not so commercial and less weirdos there, just a few like hippies and stuff, it probably would have been fun. Now it's just massive, huge commercial nightmare, and everyone gets filthy, and the artwork is interesting, but I don't know. It's kind of like a Coachella thing now, where it's just like a bunch of pop
or
acts.
Glastonbury, much the same.
Yeah, it's just like
the fun's gone out of it for me.
Yeah,
but I understand why people want to go. They want to do this thing, this once in a lifetime thing. Or maybe
and they also have
thing.
celebrity areas where they cordon off areas for celebrities. Here's the VIP section. Like, who gives a rat's ass about the VIP section, right? But
just having to get there, Jesus.
Yeah, it's not a nice area down there by the Salton Sea. I mean, it's good for bird watching and stuff, but it's not really a nice area in general. So
listen to us all.
Yeah,
we're old people now. Oh, bloody outdoor, full of young people making music, rock and roll.
Oh, I love the outdoors. I just don't love those horrible events.
They think a good weekend is if you have sex with a stranger in a sleeping bag and have a shit in the ditch. Yeah.
Or at the same time.
What's that all about? Yeah. Haven't used mud to wipe your ass with. What the hell is going on there?
So you shit in the ditch and you sleep with a woman in the you don't do it the other way around.
Yeah.
You don't shit in the sleeping bag.
Well, I mean, you got to mix it up sometimes.
I was minding my own business, walking my dog, and there was a woman trying to work it out with a stick.
That's what they call the Tootsie Roll.
Nice. I told her, push, woman, push. But no, she's there with a stick. Couldn't be bothered.
But like I know people bring their gear there and cameras and stuff, and everything gets full of dust, and you just get filthy there. The Burning Man. Yeah. It's so dusty.
That's one way to induce an abortion.
Whoa.
What the? Where did that? What?
Who? Where?
What the?
That started real fast.
Yeah. I always thought the best way is to go up beyond and go boo like that. That tends to work. Well, one end or the other.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
No carpet. That's true.
No carpet?
No
all
carpet.
right, hold on. I'll give you a little taste so you can shake your camera.
Camera action. Carpet action. Ooh.
Get ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Carpet action.
Hold on, this damn camera's wires in the way here.
I'm getting there.
It's wobbly.
Oh, it's getting there.
Oh, he's teasing.
Just the thought of it.
Did you get it? Oh.
No, nothing.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Whoa.
Just a tiny taste, as he said in Fear and Loathing.
Shower action on the hydrosense there.
Yes, sounds very nice.
Wait, so where'd you put your Osmos?
She's here.
Oh, okay.
Over here now.
You still haven't found any patches you like?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. So I'm getting it to talk to Equator. So
that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, no, it'll get there. Eventually, there will be some sort of.
There's a Duke patch, which is really nice on there. You like that?
Yeah, it's all right, but I think there's specific things I want from it. So I must admit, I'm really struggling to do any sort of like chording on it.
You're not really going to get any strings that are probably very good on it, but the fluty stuff and the metallics and breathy stuff and.
Well, I think it's going to end up being a solo machine, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's really what it is.
Yeah. So treat it like a mono synth, but have it.
What has Ty done with his? Have you heard anything that he's done?
He didn't spend very much time with it. He had to move on to something else that turned up, and then move on to something else that turned up. And the last time I spoke to him, he had that bloody. What's the new one?
Oh, the new one, the
Maximus.
No.
No, the other new one. The one from.
The doffed cap to the CS80 one. What's it called?
Oh, Gemini. Super Gemini.
Yeah,
Super Gemini?
Super Gemini, yeah. He's got one of them now. Looks beautiful, actually. So.
Because that video they had for the Osmos, the 6-minute video of all these preset demos of people.
Yeah.
There's some great sounds on that thing.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is there's lots of sounds, really nice sounds for this, but they don't come with it. You got to go out there and sniff around.
Well, I talked to the main guy who's doing all the promos. I forgot his name now. Who's also performing at NAMM. People were complaining about his performing on the Osmos with that guy, the duet. And he said they're planning on rolling out patches as they do updates.
Yeah.
Kind of like they do with the Anima Fee and the Silphio.
Yeah.
So I don't know when they're going to have another update. Because I don't see anybody releasing patches unless I missed something.
Well, I had a look at the editor for it anyway, and I can see where people are coming from. It was like,
oh yeah, it's wacky. Yeah, it's
no.
Yeah, it's extremely nerdy.
Yeah, it's a little bit too out there.
I mean, Ben Jordan did a video where he dove into the editor a little bit and got some pretty decent stuff out of it after a while, but it's all edited, so you have no idea how long he spent on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they tackle that, maybe make a simpler front end for the casual user, and keep the deeper part of it for the super nerds.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. But I don't know. I'm still finding some. I haven't actually heard all. I think I'm still like 10 to 15 patches off of hearing all the patches yet. So
yeah, there's a fair old bundle in there, I must admit.
But I mean, I've been grouping them by type to help me go through them quicker.
Yeah.
And I did a silly Noisevember thing back on November 1st with the Osmos. That was kind of fun. Just a bunch of noisy patches. And that was fun. I mean, it wasn't musical really, but it was just a soundscapey thing.
Yeah.
So it's really good at certain types of things, but it's definitely not a cure-all. It's not a catch-all synth.
Yeah.
Still need to get stuck into the Egan Matrix programming thing. Okay.
Yeah, well, no, I think I'll use her as a specialist machine, like the Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the bread and butter babies can be over here, sort of thing.
What's the Osmos like plugged into Equator too?
It's not too bad. There's a little bit of fiddling you have to do, but it will MPE it nicely. So there are some nice sounds in Equator actually.
Yeah.
But it still has a very coarse digital tone to it. But that's what I'm finding from the Osmos presets. So I'm looking for something that it doesn't do. I think that's probably
pretty much, because
you
got to embrace the digital sometimes.
Yeah, and that's fair dues, but I'm leaning too much towards the more traditional kind of instruments sounds.
Problem with the Osmos on Equators, you're missing the slide function.
Yeah. But because the rise is just there. I mean, assign the rise to it as well, and then when you need to do a glide, and use it like a ribbon strip sort of thing. But,
no, I mean the slide where you're morphing the patches.
Oh, that no, you're not going to get that.
You
at all,
can't do that. Yeah,
no. But you don't get the slide either. So
yeah, not really. I mean, you could that legato, the legato linking with the keys is pretty nice. Though, have you tried that much? Have you tweaked that?
Yeah.
I went and tweaked that for some flute patches, and it was really, really cool.
Yeah, because that's very similar to something that the mask does as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there's some special sort of like magic going on in terms of the articulation of the keys.
It's really cool. You get that slurring effect that you just can't get off a keyboard normally.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a fluty or a brassy thing that's going to have slurs,
you
need that.
Yeah, I must admit, I mean, when I play with the VR harmonic stuff, there's more communication required, but it gives you a control, more control than you would do from a normal keyboard anyway. So, and I think that's the safest thing to do with the Osmos for now.
But the VR harmonic's also kind of doing some stuff for you, right?
Yeah. Well, it'll put in certain things, so depending on which notes you're pushing and stuff like that. So.
Right.
So it's sounding pretty good, but then you can add additional with the pressure touch. You can add something else to it if you wanted to add a bit of vibrato to it. So
I'm still impressed by that old Symphophobia video the guy's doing with the Rise 49.
Yeah, well, you see,
that was good.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I've done I've made up patches on Synthphobia using the Rise and trying to at least the CC stuff and assigning it to various things in the patches. And yeah, you get, but that if Synthphobia was MPE, it would be so much more.
Oh, sure. But he's doing some kind of thing with layer triggering and velocity stuff to do like a full-on orchestra with one preset or something.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what he's doing, but it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I'm sitting here patiently waiting for somebody to bring out some sort of like full MPE, sample library and whatever guise it comes out in. But there might be something happening somewhere down the road. But
so no hope of that on Contact?
Maybe.
Because they can do it in what's the one made by UVI? I'm drawing a blank. The fancy. Well, it's not the UVI player. It's the other one.
The
Falcon.
Falcon,
yeah. So UVI Falcon has proper MPE on it, which is why I bought it.
Yeah.
And so if they can do that with their samples and stuff, I don't know why you couldn't do it with Contact.
You should be able to. I think Contact will deal with MPE. It's just a lot of the instruments that are running Contact don't.
Right.
That kind of thing. So, in fact, if I'm trying to remember, I think I run Falcon inside Contact. But don't quote me on that one. But I think I do. Or it gives the illusion that it's running inside.
I don't know. Lately, I've been running Contact libraries on the Machina Plus, so I'm not even getting the full functionality of the Contact libraries. But I'm still getting all the nice sounds and able to tweak them and stuff, which is nice. But some of that clever scripting you get with the interface, the graphics and all that stuff, you need to be in the proper Contact on the computer to do it.
Yeah, because weirdly enough, one of the nicest strings that you can get, I think, is the articulated strings. What do they call it? Augmented strings in Contact.
Oh, really? I haven't tried that one.
It's Arturia, isn't it? Augmented strings. Isn't that Arturia?
Oh, it might be. I'm trying. Do you know what? I'm trying to remember.
I know there are a couple of different kinds. There is an augmented and articulated, but I don't know which is which.
Oh no, it's not. It's Spitfire. Beg your pardon. Aperture strings.
Aperture.
That it's glorious. It is glorious. beautiful sound on it. But I tend to layer them up as well, so get one an octave above and have the bass one set an octave below.
That's Spitfire aperture strings?
Yeah, Spitfire, yeah. And then
how much is that one?
Pass. I try not to look at the price. It just scare me. Yeah, just go, I'll worry about it later.
Oh.
So, but luscious sound, beautiful. Very nice indeed.
I'll
have to check that out.
I was in the studio yesterday, and I've got another. I'm selling my DS Tech. Reluctantly, I'm selling my DS Tech OS1, the original Syn.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a rare beastie, and I thought I'd better turn it on and check it out and just see what happens through the BM15A monitors I've got. It was just shaking the room with the bass end.
Yeah.
I'm really conflicted about selling this one. It's just such a brilliant sound. I've got to update the demo on it at some point, but yeah. There are just some things you...
Yeah, well, yeah. True enough.
There we go. I'm going to frick off to bed, I think.
I think I'm going to have to as well. What is it, after 2? Oh, it's gone after 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got stuff to do tomorrow.
So do I.
I think I've got to kick a door skin out so you can work the window.
Yeah. I've got to shuffle around some things, credit cards and things to make sure I've got that covered. And then I've got a voiceover to edit.
How long do you hear back from what's her face about the funding?
She won't come back to us well, she might do, but we should know. We found out yesterday we should get a decision by the end of December on the funding. We're hoping we might even get some more. We're exploring a whole bunch of options, but we're about to launch the proper the real campaign next week. We've started doing some more vids and things, as you've probably seen, but hopefully from next week onwards. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to bugger off to bed. Good to see you, Andrew, and Mr. Wagoo.
See you guys. Good times.
Yeah.
That's all right, Paul. Don't worry about it, mate. It's just life. I think it's just all cool. I've had quite a nice year of like, way, hey, and now now it's time to pay for it all.
Yeah, you have.
So everything's going to blow up, break, crash, grind, catch fire, you name it.
But you've got an M8X, so...
And it still works.
Yeah.
Well, like I said in Beavis and Butthead, if things didn't suck, you wouldn't know what was cool, so...
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Right then.
And it's easy for you to say you're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Eye candy. Eye candy.
Yeah.
Oh, the eye candy's down there. With
the carpet.
The carpet. Yeah.
Oh, don't get me going again.
Carpet.
Oh.
You got to a refractory period. You got to watch out.
I have found myself saying to my wife, "Go on, show us your tufts."
Oh. Your pile. Let's see your pile.
Oh, your pile. Well, no.
I tell you what. Don't say to a woman, "I want to see your piles."
Not piles. Pile. The carpet pile. You know,
oh, okay.
Shag.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The weave.
Send him down.
Where's my black cap? Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
All pile on.
Night all.
Alrighty.
All right. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves.
Good fun.
Have a good week.
Yeah, do. Domani. Bye.
And take care. There we go.